we would like to apologize for what we did. We didn't mean for it to go as far as it did. That was not our intention at all. And if you were watching this, we're sorry. And if any of our sponsors are watching this, we would specifically like to apologize to you. Please give us more money.
I am especially sorry for what I did to that family of 4. In hindsight, removing all of your kneecaps isn't actually funny at all.
What the hell did you guys do?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Split Up, the podcast where we discuss your favorite horror media, how we would survive, and what we would do differently. We're your hosts, Crowmudgeon, Poltergipst, and Kingnusmi, and today, we're taking a look at Deadstream.
Deadstream is a very goofy horror comedy about a canceled content creator named Sean Ruddy, who's trying to save his name and career by investigating a haunted house while live streaming the entire thing. I found this movie very recently, and it quickly became one of my favorite horror comedy movies. It's kind of like if Evil Dead and VHS had a baby that was really stupid and really funny. Also, all the gore and effects in this movie are practical, so that gives it some bonus points in my book. What did you guys think about it? You guys like it?
Thought it was great.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I enjoyed it significantly more than what I expected.
I'm very happy. I was very nervous that whole time.
The movie begins by introducing us to Sean Ruddy by showing us a big, funny montage of all of his challenge videos that he's done over the course of his career. Career? That's a mix of career and creator, as his creator career.
As the three of us can attest, this is barely a career. It's fun.
I almost added a question in here that was like, would you become a snot-nosed YouTuber?
Absolutely not.
No.
That's a fate worse than death. Ew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I had to be a prank YouTuber, no.
Absolutely.
I would go work in an office or become a garbage man or something.
Anything.
Literally anything else.
The movie begins by introducing us to Sean Ruddy through a whole bunch of his old challenge videos that he posted as his time in being a creator. Things like dog sledding in a frozen tundra with no clothes on, smuggling himself across the border, or throwing marshmallows at cops and calling them an entire myriad of words as he runs away and then promptly gets arrested and beaten by
them. Just gets straight tackled by them. He goes, douchebags, and they go, what'd you say? And he's like, he's like running away crying.
He has the perfect YouTube voice, which really threw me off when watching this entire movie, but we'll come back to that. Because immediately we are thrown right into another one of his videos where he makes a joke about his entire cancellation that we're still not sure exactly what he did just yet. Through all of the different news articles that covered what happened, he is just upset that he was canceled, but mainly because he was demonetized through the whole thing. As the final blow, he uses his trap card by using a poorly made apology video.
Yeah.
And you can tell this because it has 300,000 dislikes, something that YouTube won't show you anymore and has now removed from the shorts feed. So you can't even dislike any of those videos.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yep. That's like a this week thing.
You can't even dislike shorts anymore?
You can't even dislike them anymore. So when they pop up on your feed, you go, oh, I have to watch it. Or you have to go into the settings and hit all the extra stuff. And then they're like, why are you not interested? Please tell us now why you don't want to see this stuff that we're sending you.
This whole video scene right here, it's very reminiscent of 2012 YouTube. It's like people don't make videos like this anymore. And they're using Mario sound bits and stuff. It's very funny.
I don't know. I think even up through 2015,
maybe.
It's right before the adpocalypse.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the people that are still holding on to that previous fame that they had, they're like, well, I'm just going to keep doing this.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like he's holding on to something that's gone, and he's not willing to let it go.
But now Sean Ruddy is back, after a short 6 months hiatus. But he didn't leave to really work on himself or learn from his mistake. He left because he was demonetized. So even if he did post, he wasn't going to make any money. So of course, he's not going to post. But now he's back and already shilling out a new energy drink brand called Awaken Thunder that he says is okay. And then
he doesn't really like it.
And then he flashes all of his merch and specifically says he is not doing this just for the money. All while covering the screen with his merch.
The most hideous merch ever, too. Like, none of it is appealing at all.
Yeah. Now, I will say, there's a shirt that he shows a little later that I would absolutely buy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there.
But I do have my first question, and it's just, 2 paragraphs in. Would you guys still upload if you were demonetized?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I uploaded for like 3.5 years without being monetized.
Exactly.
And I was like, this is fun. I probably wouldn't post as often, but I would still make videos and do stuff.
I feel like that's like the time to do things that you really want to do.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to make money anyways. So might as well just work on stuff you actually want to put out. Also, what would you do to get demonetized? What's this horrible thing you did?
I mean, I think it's a pretty easy one for all three of us. The thing that would get any of us demonetized would definitely just be uploading
copyrighted material. 3 strikes, you're out.
I do have it. Do you mean like for one specific video or across the entire channel?
I guess one specific video.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, just a copyright claim would take care of that real quick.
Yeah.
But if we're going full Sean Ruddy to where he loses his sponsors,
yeah.
Like obviously that means that I'm talking about people side.
Why did you just say every slur you know? That's kind of not cool, dude, but that
really
would do
cool.
it. That'd get it done.
Better start making an energy drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Monster, sponsor me.
Hello, Logan Paul Prime Energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a guy you're gonna wanna meet.
Over the years, Sean has faced a lot of his fears doing challenge videos online, but there is one fear that he was too scared to even come close to facing before. His fear of ghosts.
Sorry.
Boo!
It scared me a little.
To conquer that fear, Sean is going to live stream himself spending a whole night in a haunted house. But he does lay down some ground rules for himself just to make sure he doesn't get too scared and wuss out. The first rule is he can't leave the house until it's morning. Second rule is if he sees or hears anything in the house, he has to check it out. And if he doesn't do that, then the sponsors will not pay him. Very money motivated, this guy. This one's probably a very easy question to answer. Are you guys willing to spend a whole night alone in a haunted house?
That alone part, I think, is what makes this a difficult question. But at the same time, I don't feel like you're technically alone if you're live streaming the whole thing. Because it's like there's other people there watching. There's other people that you can talk to. So
distractions.
It does feel like you're not technically alone. So yeah, probably.
I think I'd probably do it. And yeah, definitely if I'm able to live stream it. Well, let's be real. It depends a little bit on how much old Liquid Lightning is paying or whatever their name is.
Awaken Thunder.
Awaken Thunder. But yeah, no, I mean, I'd probably do it.
Yeah, I think I'd do it just for fun, for real.
Yeah. Just go. Don't even have to live stream.
Don't need to like record myself.
Yeah.
But do you guys believe in ghosts and the paranormal and all that fun stuff?
I don't believe in ghosts, but I think that like, not in the sense of like, oh, it's a dead person whose like energy is like lingering around.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I believe in demons. You know, it's not something I'm like looking to mess around with. Like I don't do Ouija boards or nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But at the same time, I'm like, I do think going to a house that is reportedly haunted is a little bit of like a blurry line about whether or not that's me like seeking out demonic activity.
Yeah.
Like, if I was going to just be like, oh, it's spooky. It's cool. It's an old house.
You're going to make content. Come on.
Yeah.
We're in the
It's
Sean
my job.
Ruddy. Exactly.
Yeah.
I am a professional.
Are you fansplaining me right now?
Yeah.
You don't really, if you just go to investigate a house, you're not really calling upon demons to come take your soul away.
I mean, if you pull a full-on Sean Ruddy, you are. But
Yeah, if you do what he does, then yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
What about you, Polt? I feel like you're going to say no.
Same, basically.
Yeah.
Like, there's been way too many experiences that I've had that would make me think, hey, something extra is definitely going on here. But I wouldn't say it's like ghost or anything like that.
Mhm.
As far as I could tell, anybody I've talked to with their own personal experiences, it's never been like the ghosts are never a kind thing. It's never a good thing. It's never a nice thing. It's always more malicious. And it's just like, this isn't cool. Probably not an actual ghost. Probably a demon standing in here trying to get somebody's attention or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like with my beliefs, it's like if you look at what the Bible says about demons, they're not typically like what demons are like in horror movies. Like they're usually just like, hey, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you like lied or drank and drive.
How about you eat 10 cheeseburgers?
Yeah, exactly. And so for me, I'm like, if a demon's goal is not like to be like, this is going to scare him, and it's like, how do we get this guy to, not have a connection with God? Then like if I saw something that was like overt demonic activity, I'd be like, well, every doubt I could ever have has vanished.
Yeah.
And so it's like, would be kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think I'll ever see a demon.
No, it's funny because like I've talked with a lot of people that have lost loved ones and then said that something happened within their home after the fact. And my only thought every time is like, that's not them. That's something else, like standing in as a way to draw you towards looking more into that side of stuff. And it's like, there's like a whole extra layer of everything you could go into of trying to get closer to them the wrong way.
There's a movie, Phantom of the Paradise. Something like that happens in that movie, where it's like there's a dude that is so full of himself that the devil shows himself to the guy as the guy to gain his trust.
Interesting.
It's wild. Yeah. It's a great movie. We should talk about that movie.
There's a book that I very much like that is an old Russian novel called it's called The Master and Margarita. And the setup for it is basically like the devil appears to these two poets in like Stalin run Russia, basically talking to them. He realizes, he's like, wait, like almost nobody in Russia these days believes in God. And he's like, well, that probably means they don't believe in me either. And so he just wreaks havoc throughout the city, partially because of the fact that it's like he's proud and he doesn't want people not to believe in him. And so it's like, but he presents it as like, I'm going to prove to you that God exists, basically, by showing you the most demonic things I can.
That's so cool.
It's pretty cool. It's a good book.
I'm kind of, I'm like a very skeptical person because I have had things happen to me, but also I did seek stuff out. Like I like to go into creepy places. It's not, everybody knows that I did stuff like that. But it's like every time something weird would happen to me, I would try and find a way to prove, like to debunk it, even if I like couldn't debunk it. But I also live in a city that is famously very haunted, and you hear stories from all these people, and then sometimes you listen to the story and you're like,
did that happen? Are you fibbing on me right now?
Yep.
You telling lies.
It's funny because every single person I've ever worked with, I always like asked them, if they had any experiences like that. And some of the ones that I've heard from people that I was close to that I knew were not making this up or telling me a lie or anything. Like, that's what they experienced. I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, this old guy I worked with, his name was Jim. He was saying that his brother had died, I don't know, maybe a year or two before. And he was asleep one night. And when he was there in his bed, he said that he had a dream where his brother walked in, like, to his room, woke him up and said, "You need to go check the front door. Get up and go and check the door." It freaked him out enough that he woke up and got up and walked and saw the front door is wide open. So he walked over there, he shut and locked the door and went back to bed. And then I think probably, like he said, 2 hours later, the cops showed up. And they were looking for an escaped inmate that was in the area. And they were trying to find this inmate that had escaped from the prison nearby. And he was just like, huh? He was like, that's insane. And the prisoner wasn't there. They just forgot to leave the door open. And luckily, he went to shut it.
That's crazy. That's pretty insane. But that one's like kind of believable somehow.
Somehow. So it's like things like that I'm like, that's insane. Like this guy, when we were working, he was probably early 60s. And I'm like, there's no reason for him to sit here and make this up and tell me just this goofy story right now.
Yeah, just to spook you.
Maybe he hated you.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
my brother told me to go shut the door.
Like every single episode of this show, it has a 75% chance of Polt telling some random story that is way more bothersome than whatever we're talking about.
Anything's more bothersome than this fucking movie, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But this movie rules.
It is a great movie. I love this movie.
I will also say there are definitely parts in this movie where I was like, this is surprisingly tense. I'm surprisingly like...
There's moments that are literally scary. Like, they actually got me.
There was so many times that, and we'll get to them, I couldn't tell if it was a setup, if it was happening, if I should believe Sean Ruddy. Because I was like, I fully believe that he is like into playing this thing. From the very beginning, you see the insane stunts and stuff that he does. And it's like...
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Is he carrying this through? Like, is this happening? Or is this him setting everything up to make his big return? That's how I felt the entire time. I'm like, I can't tell what's real.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have fallen for it. I'm like a baby. I was like, this is crazy. It's all happening to him for real.
Whoa. Like it took me so long to be like, okay, maybe he's not
maybe he's not trying
this
to trick
up.
the audience.
But he has that voice the entire time.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I'm being serious. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
And his screams.
There's like one real scream later on, and I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe this isn't a joke.
The live stream starts with Sean shilling out yet another merch item and telling us about the house he's going to be staying in. He calls it Death Manor and claims that it is the most haunted house in the United States that's not so famous that he couldn't film there. But it really just looks like an abandoned house that he could secretly investigate for a night for free. Sean is prepared to make this live stream a spectacle and has a special device on his wrist, got the ice on the wrist, that allows him to swap from a selfie cam to a POV cam with just a simple twist of the wrist. So it's like basically you can either see in front of him or his face and behind him. So it's like...
It's either his POV or a POV of him.
Yeah.
It's really effective because there's so many parts where like... I mean, literally like half of this movie is you're looking over his shoulder and there's like stuff happening in the background or not happening in the background. And it's just... it is surprisingly effective at like creating tension.
It's really cool because this movie also seems like it's a one shot. Like it's all one live stream.
Yeah.
But it's just like clever cutting and stuff. Like I watched that behind the scenes video and watched them how they recorded things. I was like, that's just incredible.
Also, the merch item that he's shilling at the beginning of this is
the shirt.
The thing that I was talking about. And it's basically like it cuts from his announcement to like a found footage, like just like black screen with white text. And it just says like, on such and such a date, a YouTuber went into this haunted house and was never seen again. These tapes were recovered from the house after his disappearance.
Yeah.
And then it like pulls away.
Again.
And it's like him holding a shirt. And he's like,
He's like, this is currently available in the merch store, by the way.
Yeah.
Which again is one of the reasons that when I watched this movie, I was like, is all of this a setup?
A hoax.
Is all of this a setup for him to sell his merch?
To not be tempted to leave the house, Sean takes out 2 of the spark plugs in his car and chucks them as far into the woods as he can, which is probably the dumbest thing he has done so far in the movie, and probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen anyone do in any horror movie.
Yeah.
It makes me so irritated, but at the same time, I'm like, that is so genius for him to do this, because it's like, if he wants to leave, it's going to be difficult for him to do that.
It also sets up one of the greatest scares in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's just this perfect, stupid setup that I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's dumb. Why would he do that? And then I'm like, oh, well, at the same time, you have the movies that you have to justify why they're not using their phone or why they're not calling for help. Like, you have to justify these reasons. And it's like, why doesn't he just leave? This is why.
He's gonna have to go get his spark plugs.
He's gotta find the spark plugs and then put them back in before he can leave. But he also
he's like,
has,
I know I'm a coward.
He has like all of his stuff. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, since he's got everything, he could call, but he is also way off in the middle of nowhere. But at the same time, it's like, if he leaves, he does lose all of his sponsors, and that's awful, because this is the reason he's here. It's really, it's a really neat setup.
Yeah. I think this movie is very, very underappreciated, because I don't hear anybody talk about it. And I found it by myself. And so give me praise.
I think I heard some buzz surrounding it whenever it came out, but I think this was like, I had been subscribed to Shudder for like probably a year accidentally, and was like, I gotta cancel this. And then I canceled it, and then maybe came out like immediately.
And then
that's all it took was your canceling.
Not like I would have watched it anyway. As we've established, I don't watch anything. Although I'm changing that. Because of this podcast, I've watched so many movies. Not just ones we've talked about.
And some that he needs to watch because he needs content for the podcast. So I have a question. You decide to stay overnight in a haunted house and live stream the whole thing. What is your plan? What do you bring with you? And then I have like, do you have somebody drop you off so you can't leave? Or do you have somebody lock you in the building like a Ghost Adventure episode?
I was so impressed with his setup. All of the stuff that he has. I was just like, this is incredible. Like, if you were going in to live stream this guy knows what he's doing, which is what, like, I'm just like super impressed from the get-go. Like, the beginning, he seems really dumb and like this is just a thing, but it's like he knows what he's doing and how to do it really well.
He knows how to get engagement too, as you see throughout the whole movie.
This is my bag. This is the bag that I would bring, because I bring this bag everywhere that I go. It's got all my stuff in it. I would have my hammock, which is currently in my truck because I keep it in there. And I have a blanket that I keep in there. So that way I can set up a hammock and take a nap.
The hammock is a great idea, honestly.
You just go to a haunted house to sleep. Don't even investigate it.
Actually, what are you going to hang the hammock from? You going to be drilling into the walls?
Nah, I'll find a spot.
I'm sure nobody will mind if you drill into the walls of this house.
Like the last house that I slept in, that I just found some studs and like wrapped around the studs.
Oh, well, I found a couple of studs just now.
Hey. As far as somebody dropping me off, I do think that would be the best bet. Because I would have them come back maybe once or twice during the night, because I would tell them to bring me like fresh batteries for the cameras, or it would be, like bring me food, check in, whatever it is. Like, it would be something simple to where they don't necessarily have to come in to get me, but if they could swing through and drop something off that I need, but also be able to check up, I think that would be smart.
Yeah.
I think my plan would be nowhere near as elegant as this dude's plan, but like, let's say the plan is for me to spend 24 hours in this house. You know, I'm going to be bringing a bunch of backup batteries. I'd probably try to get one of the like huge ones that like you can just like run your computer off of. And I'd just be like, I'm going to be charging my phone off of this. Because that's what I would be using to record realistically. Like, that's what I'm recording on now. And then aside from that, probably like plenty of lights.
Definitely more lights.
Honestly, if I'm in this place, like realistically, I don't think anything's going to happen. And so I'm probably in here being like, I'm going to go try to make some really creepy looking footage.
Yeah.
Like, and so, I'm going to be bringing probably the like bar lights that I got to do this setup, kind of trying to make things look cool with this very weird, shadowy house.
You're thinking more of like a director than a streamer. Yeah. But I'm like, what am I going to do in this house for 24 hours where I personally don't think something's going to happen? Well, you're not going to stay for 24 hours, just overnight.
If it's just overnight, then, maybe, honestly, I'd probably bring some sort of like a good scary book to read.
Read everybody a scary story.
A nice little bedtime story. Or I would bring the two of you and we'd record an episode of the podcast there.
Yeah. And order a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely something I would have brought with me for this. I would have had a gun. Obviously, it's not like I'm looking to use it.
I took it out.
Like, you would be crazy to go into this situation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, you could run into a freaking mountain lion.
I'd probably do what he did. I'd probably get a whole rig, bring a bunch of GoPros. That was really smart of him to do. Get a bunch of, or at least have a few static cameras. So just in case I do miss anything, I doubt I'd be smart enough to set up where what he does is like if something moves in front of the camera, it changes to it automatically.
He does the whole like Rainbow Six Siege treatment.
Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, definitely some extra like static cameras, some food, a few drinks. Come on, be there for a while.
Yeah.
But if I did have like a camera, they have streamer backpacks, right? The streamer backpack has like extra batteries, but you could also probably have like just a big battery in there. And then I have on my camera right here, just a battery that plugs into an outlet, so it never dies. So I'd probably find a way to just do that.
Just bring you like one of those big inverters.
Exactly.
There's no way that this house has power, bro.
I was thinking about that. Whenever he was in it, I was like, how does he have Wi-Fi? Why does he have power?
I went into this question assuming that a cellular connection was a given.
Yeah, but then he can't call the cops later on because he doesn't have any reception.
Does he not? I don't think he tried. Because I don't remember him ever pulling his phone out.
I definitely try to get more of a setup. I think his little wrist thing, I don't know if that's real. I doubt it is real. But if it is real, I'm definitely going to try and get one of those. That's freaking awesome.
He said it was specific to the brand thing that he's streaming on.
Oh, so he's okay.
What was the name of the streaming site that he's on? Like Livid? Livid? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like he said it was a Livid watch. And so that's why he was able to switch back and forth because it's their system.
Right. I forgot. YouTube doesn't exist in this world.
That is the coolest piece of technology I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's Livid, not YouTube.
Yeah.
But we're just going to insert YouTube every time because that's what it is. It's just YouTube. While exploring the house, or like before he goes into the house, I should say, Sean gives us some background information about Death Manor. It was built in 1880 by a wealthy Mormon pioneer for his socially outcast poet daughter, named Mildred Pratt. Mildred would kill herself in the house and then start a snowball of multiple other people dying in the house, which leaves Sean to question if her death cursed the house or if Mildred was a victim of an already cursed house. But as the storm starts to brew outside, Sean heads in while telling more horror stories to keep the audience engaged and spooked. But while telling scary stories, Sean himself gets spooked by some logs that eerily look like a person standing in the woods, which he says is some satanic Wiccan crap, but surely it's just some teenagers pulling a prank on the next person who visited the house. I think that was so funny. He saw it and he goes, "Oh, that's some satanic Wiccan crap." And it's just like,
It's literally like a flower pot.
Yeah, with a shirt.
Post.
Yeah. Sean sets up his first of many cameras outside facing the house to get good cinematic shots throughout the stream. They are also motion activated, so if anything moves in front of one, it'll automatically cut to that camera in case some spooky ghost stuff is happening. When he finally makes his way inside the house, he padlocks the door shut and drops the key in a vent under the house so he can't escape easily. Then he continues the story of the house and reveals that 11 more people died in the house before it was boarded up in the 1950s. Sean explores the decaying house, not finding much besides old furniture, trash from other visitors, graffiti that creeps him out, and needles and hot spoons from meth heads.
That's crazy, bro. Wait, what is it that he thinks that it is at first? Or it's just like he picks it up and he's like, ew! Drops it back down. That's disgusting!
It's like there's spray painted like a death or something, like in red paint on the wall. And he goes, "It's just paint. It's like he's scared that it's blood on the wall or something." It's so stupid. He's like jumping at everything.
Really quick, there's another thing that he brought that you forgot to mention, but it is brought up before this point. His mom packed him a little bundle of like anti-paranormal weaponry. And so he's got a silver dagger, a head of garlic, a bottle of holy water, and just like
and then a PBJ
some
sandwich.
table salt.
And salt,
He's also got like a crucifix.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's his paranormal survival kit.
Right. The needles reminded me of that for a
very
later reason.
While walking around, it's very apparent that Sean is terrified of the house, jumping at every tiny thing around him, and being careful not to say any swear words in fear that he will be demonetized once again. This does help the audience get a good layout of the house that we will be spending the rest of the movie in, which is very important because there's going to be a lot of running throughout the house. Sean tells the audience that we will be focused on 3 rooms with the most activity. First is the master bedroom. It's haunted by a spirit known as the Corner Man. A man who lived in the house named Max wrote about seeing the man in the corner in his room. He couldn't see his face, but he knew that the man was watching him and would always say the phrase, "The pond water is still." Max would die in his sleep just a year after writing this. Oh, it's the Corner Man. Oh, it's the Corner Man. No.
You gotta keep reading. He'll go away if you keep reading.
Max would die in his sleep just a year after writing down his dream. Sean even shows the camera a very clear picture of the alleged Corner Man taken by some ghost investigators in the 90s to further prove his evidence. Or his existence. Whoops. I'm bad at reading today. I cannot read. And I wrote this shit.
What's so interesting is every single time that he shows something on the live stream, like he pulls it up on his tablet and he clicks on like a video that he wants to reference. Like here with the picture of the Corner Man, or even here as he is showing the picture, there's a loud thud. But it's like he's able to pull this up for the live stream. And it just like flows so perfectly because it's like we're watching the live stream as this is happening the entire time.
We are a viewer in the live stream watching. And it's so funny. I don't know. We haven't mentioned it, but there's a chat always on screen on the side, and they say some crazy things sometimes.
No.
The live chat is probably one of the best parts of this movie.
Yeah.
One of the most unique, certainly.
Especially the way it goes back and forth depending on what he's doing. It's like, this guy sucks, I'm leaving.
Yeah. At this point, everybody hates this guy.
It's just straight trolls the whole time. Or the first half of the movie, it's just nothing but trolls.
As it's shown on the live stream, a picture of the Corner Man, there's a loud thud that is heard upstairs, causing the very cowardly Sean to slowly make his way over to the staircase while he is now reading the live chat. And they're calling him like a big baby, telling him he's a coward, that he needs to go up there. He's like, no. And then somebody says, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to leave. And he's like, no, please don't leave.
Yeah.
I'll go up there. Fine.
His ego is so fragile that if one person out of like the 3 million people is gonna leave, he freaks out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like,
So crazy.
please don't leave. I've got to go. So then he starts to slowly make his way up the staircase, because this is what he is here to do. This is how he is going to get back on top and go viral. And it's as he's going up the stairs that he begins to tell everyone about Mildred.
One of his chatters said that you should help the ghosts in the house go to rest. But he's like, I don't care about that. I'm here to go viral.
Yeah. That's a great line.
It brings up a point that it's like, maybe that would be an out that he could do, and something that we will come back to for the questions later on. But it's like, nah, that's lame. We're not here for that.
Yeah.
We're here to tell a story, which, I'll be honest, I was impressed with. As he is explaining the backstory to Mildred and the house and showing like the clips and all the different stuff, I'm just like, I'm interested. I would watch this.
Exactly.
Whatever Sean Ruddy, whatever people say about him, he's doing something good here.
Polton, Sean Ruddy are ride or die, man.
Like, does this count? It's barely crossed over.
Can you not cross your fingers more than that?
I mean, I can if I grab and do it this way.
Yeah,
But if I'm doing it this one, I can't. That's all good.
Polton Sean be like this.
That's getting kind of
going all in.
I'm looking at it in a different camera, and it looks a lot more like I'm flipping off the viewer.
This is just the Gojo thing from Jujutsu
Yeah.
Kaisen.
He stops trying to not go up the stairs, just as I am stalling for time. He begins to make his way up, explaining everyone to them about where Mildred hung herself at the very top of the stairs, as he also does something that I would never think to do that I think is genius, and starts his own custom mixtape of copyright-free music to play so he can hear it as well as the live stream. It's amazing, and I love it so much. As he goes up
what
to
does
the
he
stairs,
call it? He's like, oh yeah, I call the mixtape Sean Carpenter's Halloween.
Yeah. Like, that's so good.
Uh-huh.
But he gets up to the second floor. It's showing like right in the corner at the top of the stairs is where Mildred ended her own life. And then he's talking about the second floor and how downstairs is pretty scary, but upstairs is far worse. Specifically calling it the house's G-spot for paranormal activity.
Yeah.
He's like, the first floor might have a scary corner man, but the second floor is the real spooky G-spot for the house.
And it's just like, what are we doing, Sean?
No way King was reading that one. He was like, I'm giving this to one of them.
I'm giving this to somebody else. Somebody else has to read about the pee. I'm telling you right now. I give the pee to somebody else.
Yeah. I thought, anyway, we'll come back to the pee. Here, though, he leads us to the second most haunted room in the house, which is the nursery, saying that 5 kids died in the room. I believe that it is 3 infants and 2 like toddlers that died in there.
Maybe,
all of them, I guess all of the kids that died in the house died in this room.
Yeah.
With it making up half of the deaths within the house. And still within the room, there are quite a few cribs, as well as like other kids' toys and everything else that is just laying around, which we'll come back to here in a minute. One of those. But first is the open window. It just has this sheet hanging over it to where the wind can blow in. And it seems like, is it like thundering or something? Like it was gonna rain? I thought it was gonna start storming. And then I don't think that ever happens.
An over-looming storm throughout the whole movie, but it never actually comes.
The dark and stormy night.
That window is the only window in the entire house that is not boarded up. Yes. So it's the only one that has access to outside.
Yep. And we also said that he locked the door when he came in, right?
Yeah.
Like he has no way of getting out except for, I guess that technically window. This would be his way out right here in the second floor, which is interesting. And
does
it's
come up
there.
later.
But yeah, it does come up later. First,
Yeah.
we have him setting up one of his cameras in the room and does he use the duct tape here or is that in the safe room?
I don't know.
It's like the first camera that he puts up inside.
Yeah, that might be downstairs in the kitchen then.
Yeah, he's like, sticks it to the wall, and he's like, I hope this stays up. And he like puts a single strip of duct tape, which in fairness, it is, they're like adhesive, like mounted cameras.
Yeah.
But this
like
is the
Spider-Man.
most Polt thought that I had watching the movie.
Oh,
I was like, there's no way that the wallpaper in this house is going to hold up with the weight of that little camera and its magic arm. Like, that's going to just rip the wallpaper off. The wallpaper's been there since the 1950s, after all.
He's still here, though, sticking up all of these cameras all over the place, which makes me want to get one and see how well it does stick. Because I was kind of thinking he was going to use more duct tape on all the other cameras, but he only does it for the one time. This one, I'm pretty sure he just throws it up and sticks it on the wall. And then every time, it cracks me up because immediately he pulls up his tablet and sets the camera and what the name of the camera is. And anytime that he moves one, he changes the name of it. I'm like, that's so good.
There's some very
He's
fun
very
names.
organized.
He knows what he's doing.
Sean Ruddy is a professional. Sean Ruddy knows what he is doing.
But he's really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
it's here
this
again.
man is born for content creation.
And he proves that again by pulling the tablet up and then showing us, as the live stream audience, another clip from some different paranormal investigators that were here in this room. And we see it pop up on the screen. It is a camera crew, and they're standing outside of the room. There is a little girl, and I believe it's one of the crew's daughters, that is trying to convince her to go back into the nursery room just to get some more, I guess, footage and some sound from it. And she specifically says that they said she can't be in there because that is not her room. Right. And they're like, what do you mean they? Who are you talking about? And then it cuts back over to Sean being like, oh, isn't that spooky? She definitely saw something in this room. And just to be fair, I do not approve of using children for any paranormal investigator stuff because I have never used children in any of my stunts. Covering himself completely so he doesn't get canceled again.
Yeah, he said some things are too low even for me. Another question, is there any paranormal or ghost videos out there that terrify you, like actually terrify you? There is one, it's in a Nuke's Top 5 video, and I am fully aware that this is fake. He does this thing where he's like, do you think it's a hoax? But this one's very much a hoax, but it scared the shit out of me when I first watched it.
Oh, you're sharing it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's like 3 minutes long. And I guess I'll send over the links to Miss Crow.
I feel like I'm getting to watch a real life Kingnusmi video.
Hiking treks through the forest
A walk in the woods.
a rural area of Barcelona, Spain. This video was recorded in 2016. Carlos has not gone on a nighttime hike ever since.
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
No. Every time. I'm so spooked right now. Did he sit down?
Yeah, he's been like running for a minute or something.
It did say it was cut for time.
Yeah. Boy, running from this ghost is
always on his ass. All this stuff isn't what scares me. It's here in a second.
Oh, okay. I was like,
it made me shit my pants.
That's a cool spot.
Turns off the
turn the
light.
light
Good
off.
man. Good man.
Yeah, hold on. Because at this moment, he thinks that it's just somebody following him. Okay, you guys following that? So he's like, I lost him in this little cave. Waited 2 seconds before turning the light back on.
Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
You can't
Bad
see.
man. Ooh, I like that. I actually like that quite a bit.
I watched that at like maybe midnight when I was like 18.
You're like,
And that scared me
yeah.
so bad. But every time somebody like asks me if like a ghost video that I think is really creepy, that's the first one I think about is the cave chick.
The one that probably gets me more than any. So it's a woman who like, I can't remember. It's like she walks downstairs or something and she goes into her living room late at night and she's just like, I keep talking about how, you know, these things keep showing up. And she's like, I don't know why they're here or what they are. She like turns her camera to the side in her living room and like sitting on her couch and like behind her couch are just these like two completely pitch black figures.
Oh my god.
Like absolutely motionless, just like looking over towards where she is.
That's
And
horrifying.
it's so scary, and it is like quite literally the content of like the nightmares that bother me most.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen? It's exploring satanic house. John attacked by something.
Don't think so. Maybe
Or John.
I don't know. Not John! Wait, John!
Yes, John.
No!
Guys, we gotta
They're
go.
like in the basement of this house.
Oh.
The heck was that?
There's all kind of crazy stuff.
Was that does the ghost have an accordion?
Go! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, the police are open!
Oh, is this
Okay.
I might have
Gotta go. The door's locked. Get open! There's scratches. Go!
There's scratches. Oh shoot!
What's happening? Get off! What's going on? Hang on. What's John?
Uh-oh.
Dude, okay. Did you hear that? Fuck. Oh my god. Oh shit. Who is it? Who is it? John. Oh my god. Go!
Did they just leave John?
Yeah.
What the hell? Bad friends.
I don't know, where are we? Guys, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
John.
Let's go home.
John.
Let's go. Leave me alone. Dude, shut the camera off.
Sorry.
Dude, shut the camera off.
That was it.
That's pretty creepy.
I like
Pretty
it.
creepy.
The,
That's like something that you'd find on like old YouTube, like the algorithm feeds it to you.
Yeah.
They
And
made
you're
like an update to it. It was just one update.
John attacked by something again.
It was just like them being like, look, John's okay. Don't really know what happened back there. They didn't really give any explanation. They're just like, we want to let you know that John is okay. And I'm
He
like,
is at least
Yeah.
alive.
okay, he's sure. I was like, I don't know
He's
what happened,
Traumatized.
but like getting it's the screams in that video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if this is acting, pretty
good
good
acting.
job.
Finally, we make it to the final room.
Yay! Notice how we all got one of the rooms? I did that on purpose.
Ah.
So, we make it to the final room. The one with the... wait, is it supposed to be the one with the most activity, or is it just the final room with a lot of activity?
He says it's the most activity.
Okay.
But he might be lying because that's what he does. So,
We make it to the final room with the most activity, the bathroom. The last death that happened in the house was in that bathroom in 1955, just a year before it was boarded up and abandoned. A man drowned in the bathtub, and it looks like no one decided to clean it up since then because the water is pitch black.
Yeah.
While Sean sets up the final static camera, he plays an EVP that was recorded in that room. The stream cuts to two guys talking about how they feel sick in the room, and as they talk, you can faintly hear a child say, "Mama," and a man say, "Pond water."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it here. The second we walked in, I don't like it.
Sean points out that the corner man also mentioned pond water, so maybe the bathtub death and the corner man are connected.
The way
Sean,
the way he says it, he's just like, guys, it has to be connected, right?
Yeah,
and they're like, no, that's not what they said.
Yeah,
like someone's like, that doesn't sound like pond water at all.
Yeah, and he says it sounds like Bond Mother.
Yeah, Bond Mother.
Maybe it is Bond Mother. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
It's the voice that he has through the entire thing. He's like, do you believe it? Whoa. And I'm just like,
yeah.
With it.
I want to come back to the Bond Mother thing again.
Oh God. Oh, you have theories?
That's interesting.
I feel like you guys have thought more deep about this movie than I have. I like brain turn off. I watch the movie like this.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. You watched the movie Buff Jambo mode.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. I just got to point out, you said while Sean sets up the final static camera, and then the next paragraph, Sean continues to set up a few more static cameras. Liar.
Uh-oh.
Sean continues to set up a few more static cameras as he tells us more about Mildred and her tragic life. She lived alone in the house for a while until she ran into a wealthy publisher in town and they fell in love. They wrote each other love letters every day for years, but that's all we get to hear for now because Sean leaves us on a cliffhanger. He also wants to keep the audience around for as long as possible, and not finishing the story is his way of keeping their attention. He sets up his equipment in the only room in the house that doesn't have a story attached to it and declares this room as his safe room. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only place in the house where nobody's died.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, he's going to be the one that dies in this room.
True. Yeah.
I was like, oh, you want to be in the one that is just waiting for a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Also, a really fun thing about the house that they filmed this movie in is there was like local legends that the house, like two brothers died in the house.
Cool.
So the house that they recorded the house in itself had a haunted ghost stories attached to it.
I'm gonna throw in my own little question, if I may.
No,
Mr.
my
King.
episode.
Save up for yours.
We'll talk about it again, and you can do it.
Yeah, we do another episode on it. You're like, if there's a single word in common with mine, you got to rewrite your script.
You got a whole thing. Can't even use the word "and." He said, "Camera." Yeah,
you got to change the characters' names. Sean is mine. My question is, which room would be your safe room?
Honestly, probably the living room downstairs.
Yeah, it's got to be downstairs at least.
You see, I think downstairs is a good call.
I take that back. So I brought it up earlier. The house that I slept in here a while back, it was a house I was working on. I was upstairs. I had got a ladder and then climbed up the ladder to get onto the second floor because there was no actual stairs built yet.
Yeah.
So I was up there so nothing could get to me if something did come in the house because there was no doors. Anything could just walk in if it wanted to. So I was just up there away from everything as a way to stay safe. So honestly, my mind would be like, where is a place that I could go that would give me enough time to recognize something is headed towards me that I am safe? So
You're insane for doing that, by the way.
Honestly, might stay in the same room that he did.
Please tell me that, like, you were, like, armed doing this stuff.
Oh,
With a
yeah.
hammock.
Always.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's, like, I have one of the most deadly weapons in America on me, a hammer.
Yeah.
These guns.
Yeah.
Boy, I always got the guns on me, and boy, let me tell you what, they're always loaded.
Get too close, you get struck by the pythons.
What was weird is like I'm.
Boy, let me tell you, this shotgun's got 2 barrels.
The house was in the middle of nowhere, but like if I go outside, like out the back door, it's just like woods, nothingness. But like across the street is a subdivision.
I thought you were going to say a Subway for some reason.
Yeah, a Subway. Yeah.
Go get a sandwich.
No, it was like, a quarter mile up the driveway and then you're like at a subdivision. So I was like, and which it was also, it had like a big fancy gate, which didn't work because the power was messed up. But there was all kind of stuff going on.
I was imagining you in these woods.
Yeah. That's exactly where I was. Again, I'm like, is this one big setup by Sean Ruddy?
True. Even if it's a setup, I'm still bringing a gun.
He has a map of the entire house. He
Yeah.
has it like all
In fairness,
written down.
he's not the only person who's been there.
And also, he did have some question marks on the map. Like downstairs,
Yeah,
it was
he
like,
didn't know what-
this place is the master. This is the living room. Not really sure what this one is. Which I think there's still like a room downstairs he just doesn't go in.
It's the one with the needles, with the meth needles.
Well, there's like like a doorway next to that he just never opens.
Oh, it's because it's like boarded up, I think, right?
Probably. I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
what was in there? Is that one of the rooms he didn't know what it was?
It's Mildred's hiding spot.
Is that where part 2 is going to happen?
I don't think there's going to be a part 2.
The issue with being in like the living room downstairs, there's a lot of avenues of approach that something could take to get to you. It could get you from the right, it could get you from the left, it could get you from below.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, there's like,
And let me tell you, you don't want no specter getting you from below.
we do see what happens later on when they do that.
Yeah.
Just a little
Touch your butthole.
a little throwback to the Scream episode there.
Yeah,
He fingered the wrong guy. Sean goes into the safe room, but he gets startled at the sight of a closet in the room.
A closet! Oh no, ghosts love closets.
It's the most scared I've ever seen anyone get by just seeing a door. It's not even like an open door. It's just he's like, ah!
He goes,
A room I didn't know was here.
yeah.
So, knowing that ghosts love closets, Sean clears it out like a police officer. He does the whole like slicing the pie thing.
Yeah.
He moves these, vintage clothes out of the way, which really missed opportunity.
Oh, God.
And he finds basically nailed to the back wall a piece of plywood with like a hand with 2 thumbs drawn on it. And Sean's like, that's witchcraft. I'm getting that out of here.
Yeah.
And he steps on it.
And he like basically steps on it and like it shatters.
Oh, that happens later. He just goes, he's like, if I die, it's because of this thing, and then throws it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Another way for Sean to keep the audience engaged with the stream is Sean's wheel of stupid ideas.
Mm-hmm.
He goes into his backpack to get the wheel that he's about to spin, and the camera suddenly changes to the master bedroom cam, indicating that it saw something move down there. But when we actually look at the footage, there's absolutely nothing there that we wouldn't already expect to be there. Yes, Polt.
I have a question about the cameras.
Go ahead.
It is my one complaint about this film.
That's not a question.
The explanation that we receive about how these cameras work is that when something passes by, it will cause the camera to automatically switch over in the live stream. Why does it not happen when he walks past one of the cameras?
I think it does a couple times.
Because there's multiple times where he walks out of his room into the hallway and he has a camera in the hall where the stairs are, and it just doesn't cut to him immediately. It might later on, it'll switch between him and the camera in the corner. But as it's explained, it should be like an immediate thing, picking up the movement of him, but it just doesn't do it.
There is one time in this movie here in a second. Oh no, it's here in a little bit, where something happened on one of the cameras, but it doesn't swap. It's focused on him. But I'll bring it up whenever it happens because it's a very important scene to the movie.
Yeah.
And that was super important.
That was the only complaint that I had. I was like, why is it not swapping more often? And it could be because I feel like he said it was maybe like infrared it picks up or something. Like there was a little extra stipulation that would cause it to switch over.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe just him being the reason that it switches over, it could be specifically paranormal.
And every time it does switch over automatically, nothing is in the camera. I'd like for it to like at least one time show one of the ghosts like standing, like the corner man standing in the corner for a second or something, you know?
It could also just be that it was a more interesting movie if they didn't always cut to that.
Yeah. It could just make it flow better if we didn't do that every 2 seconds.
He's just lying.
It could be all just one big setup by the amazing Sean Ruddy, and he's doing, he's just saying stuff to engage the audience.
Sean Ruddy, internet personality extraordinaire.
All right. Sean spins seance on his wheel of stupidity, and as he prepares for the seance, he continues the story of Mildred. After a few years of writing each other love letters, the publisher Lars asks her to marry him and move to Boston with him. Mildred was excited to finally leave this treacherous town, but the day before she left, Lars suddenly died, and she was so sad that she hung herself at the end of the hallway the next day. And legend has it that everyone who died after her still haunts the house because Mildred is collecting souls to create a family that she never had. What? I missed something.
That's rude.
You can't just die. What the hell's wrong with you?
No, it was dang it, King. You're going to have to go back and watch this to see.
Yeah, now you're going to watch the podcast.
I don't want to watch this bullshit. It's like 10 hours
podcast
long.
to see how funny I am.
Specifically, it was something that Crow did.
Oh my God.
It was a visual gag.
I'm the CEO. You're out of here.
No!
Whatever.
But I like this podcast.
Especially because we're the only ones that have seen it.
You can't do this to me. I started this company. Do you know how much I've sacrificed?
You give me like a whole section.
I did give you a whole
But section. I do get to talk about the...
You get to talk about the thing you wanted to talk about so badly.
Yes, the creepy clown doll under the bed. So I named this one Clancy.
Very fitting.
This one is Claire. I have yet to name this one because I got it like way later than these two.
Can we name it right now?
Yes.
What do you want to name it, King? What should we name it?
Sean.
Hey!
It's gotta be Mildred. It's gotta be like Mildred.
Hold it up to the camera so we can get to know it a little better.
Yeah. Let's get a good look at her. Oh yeah, that's Corner Man for sure.
Yeah. I think with those shoes, I'm thinking Jordan.
Jordan, yeah. You know,
Think
Jordan.
about that, Polt.
Yeah.
How you vibing with Jordan?
Jordan with a Y.
Jordan's fun. It's whatever. This
Polt's
one
like,
here.
I'm not calling it that. Does not matter what you guys came up with. I was not gonna call it that.
Both of these are like turn of the century, so they're like late 1800s, early 1900s. This one was something that would have been made. I'm trying to think of the technical term. My understanding is this would have been made by a family member and then given to one of the children with her own hair, because this is real human hair.
That's real human. Oh.
Yeah.
That's creepy. Oh, I've seen...
Yeah, it's like stitched in.
I've seen a doll before that has real human hair and the hair still grows.
Gross. But, I mean, it's just like wood on the inside.
Yeah.
But cool stuff. And then this one, would have been in either like a fair or carnival, and what it was is you would tie a rope around its feet, and then up here you would attach a bunch of balloons, so it would literally float there with all of the balloons that it had hanging off of it, and then you would cut the balloons off to give to whatever kids were passing by.
Yeah, and then they'll float too.
Exactly.
You float too.
Both of these were, I think my dad wanted to buy this one, and then they gave this one to him because they were like, look, we bought this old flea market and we keep hearing these noises and it really creeps us out, and we're pretty sure it's one of these two. Please take them both.
Yeah. He was like,
and it's like, oh, that's cool. Sure. So then my dad was like, oh, I know exactly who to give all this stuff to. So now I just have them, and they're back there hanging out with the Joker, baby.
The Joker. I knew we were going to bring up the Joker.
I have the Riddler Joker, right here, too. This is the Riddler.
He was on his head on the floor. Anyway.
Sad. Anyway. Now I just have all these dolls up here.
Well, you get to talk about another really fun one.
Yep, because this isn't the only doll. Back in the nursery, Sean finds a creepy doll under the bed. Like, he is looking under the bed to see everything that is underneath there. And there's like a briefcase. He scoots it out of the way. He reaches like down underneath and then pulls out this doll.
I don't even remember why he was looking. Was he looking for ghosts under there or something?
I don't think it explains it at all.
I think he was just looking under the bed to see what was down there.
Nothing's more tense to me than in horror movies when people look under beds.
Especially because he's this close to it.
Yeah, we get to see his POV. I think the best haunted house movie I've seen in recent history. For me, it's not a movie. It's this one. Caveat. It's this one. It's actually this one. And Caveat. Yeah, Caveat's such a great movie.
I want to watch Caveat really bad. That's
horrifying.
That is
it's so
very
scary.
much like a.
I know.
See, the thing is I promised a friend that we'd watch it together.
All these friends you talk about.
You don't need friends.
I gotta get rid of them.
All you need is a little drummer bunny.
All I need are the two of you.
All I need is the two of you.
Polt's holding the clown and just
open your mouth. So when it comes to these dolls, of course, he finds it under the bed, and his whole plan is he is going to use this doll, which looks pretty cool, and he tells Livestream, like, hey, somebody look this up. I need to see how much this is going for right now on eBay, because he's going to use it to make some money. That's why he's here, which is also the reason that he has to do a seance using this doll.
He has no reason to use the doll. He just does it. He's like, this should do something.
Which at the same time, it completely sounds like he just makes up this entire like seance. There's no way this is like a thing he has ever done before, but he is very good at just on the spot, spirits, speak with me, and like uses the doll and is like, hey, I've got your thing. Where are you at? Yeah. Come in here, speak with me. And then he sits there for a moment, listening to the creaks and the bumps of the house, and even questions chat on what the difference is between like the old house noises and actual like ghost noises, when all of a sudden something slams down on the roof above him, freaking him out and making him sprint back to his safe room, and in the words of Kingnusmi, like a baby with a full diaper.
He does. He runs like he runs like this.
Give us the demonstration.
Legit.
It doesn't pick up.
He runs like hip first. It's crazy.
Hip first. Boys running crotch first to the dang safe room.
That jump scare, by the way, the slam, literally got me the first time I watched the movie. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah. There's some good jump scares in this movie.
Which it is one of those jump scares that's just loud noise equals scary, but it got me. It made me jump. It works.
So he runs back into the room. He's scared to death. He fakes a moment of a violent possession, and then he pretends that he actually wasn't scared and pivots all of it into talking about starring in a movie and calling it the Chantricist or the Exorchance. Exorchanced.
It's so funny because it's like he was obviously very scared for half a second and then realized how dumb he looked. So he tried to make it even more dumb. He tried to like out cringe himself.
Yeah.
And everybody forgets about it now because he has a pee break.
A very long pee break.
Yeah, very long. He walks over and picks up a bucket and then sets it down. He's got like the camera to where it's facing him this time.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, pee break. And then he starts to pee. But at the same time, one of the other cameras catches a ghostly apparition going across the hallway. And you see the chat the entire time posting like pictures. And my question is, how did they get the pictures?
Yeah. How did they get it? Also, why didn't the camera change to show us?
Why did it not change for us? So are we seeing like an edited version? Is the shirt that was shown at the beginning actually what we're experiencing and the real live stream is different than what we're getting?
He's gonna make a video for his channel about this movie.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that like what we're seeing is the footage that was found after the fact.
Yeah.
And it's like the edited version, but what live stream is clearly saying is different than what we are.
So you mean that this is the product that Sean Ruddy put together
exactly
after his whole ruse here?
Whole thing. He had to post it somewhere else to also get the revenue from not just Twitch, but also YouTube.
Yeah.
And here, while he's peeing, you see the little image pop up and they're like, hey, there's something out there. Hey, this is real. And like people are going crazy. And it's interesting because the chat has switched from calling him all these names and saying that they're going to leave and that this is terrible over to, hey, something's going on. Yeah. I'm interested now. And so he completely doesn't believe it, claiming that the entire thing is photoshopped, believing that they're just pranking him. And so to prove it, he pulls it up on his tablet and rewinds it back to the timestamp that this exact thing happens. And to his horror, he sees a ghostly white figure walk into, is it the bathroom that's right next to him?
Yeah.
So he's there and realizes that something walked into the bathroom, which terrifies him, and he hides in the closet underneath the blanket, trying to convince his chat that he doesn't need to go and investigate, even though that was his number one rule. Is that the second rule?
Number two rule.
The second rule, that he must go and investigate anything scary that happens in the house, or else he will lose his sponsors. And they constantly remind him of this when he is hiding away in the closet. And being the coward that he is, he tries to find loopholes in his own rules, believing that he doesn't have to actually go into the room, but just the spot that it was captured. So all he has to do is go into the hallway, stand there for a minute, and then rush back to the closet. So he walks out of the room. He grabs the crucifix from the
mom sack.
The mom sack that he's got. And then
I don't like that wording at all. He grabs his crucifix from his mom's sack.
Yeah, from his mom's sack that she prepared just for him to go investigate the hall. But just before he does that, once again, the camera changes to the kid's bedroom, indicating that the camera saw some movement in that room. But there's nothing there.
Fan theory, Sean Ruddy is another illegitimate child of the Major. And the Major was attracted to Sean Ruddy's mom because she had so much sack.
She had a big old sack.
Big old sack.
All right, got another question. You see video footage of a ghost walking into the room right beside you. Are you properly investigating it, or are you chickening out like Sean?
Properly investigating it? No, because I am one of two things. Either, like, I don't really do the whole thing of you get scared and run away. I normally freeze up when I get scared.
Oh, God. Okay.
So if I get scared, like, I just go still, and then I will process and then do something. If I'm not doing that, likely what I'm doing, because I think, again, not being alone because you have live stream, I'm probably going to kick the door in and go in, like, either swinging or screaming. Yeah. Like, it's not going to be a proper investigation at all. I'm rushing into the room to be like, what's in here? You know, like, I'm yelling at everything.
What's in here?
People are going to be like, okay,
Show yourself.
so you scared the ghost away is what I would be trying to do.
Identify yourself.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I think there is a part of me that would have to check it out. I think I would be curious. It's not that scary looking at this point. Like, it's just like, one of those little ghostly apparition things.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I'd be curious, but I'd probably be scared too.
Yeah. I think I'd do the same thing. Like, I'd definitely, my morbid curiosity, I'd be like, I have to go see what that was. I have to go see if there's something really in there, if these people are messing with me.
You must go.
Yeah.
You have to go.
It's like, content.
Your wallet would be screaming at you if not.
But no, yeah, I would definitely go check it out. And what you were saying, Paul, at this point in the movie, or Crow, I guess, what you were saying is like, there's still just a little ghostly apparition at this point because something important happens. So I wouldn't be as scared. It doesn't seem like they can harm him just yet. And that's called engagement baiting. See how I foreshadowed what happens later in the video to keep people engaged?
Wow.
After begging his chat to send him pictures of cute animals to lift his spirits, no pun intended, Sean rushes out of the safe room and into the hallway. Thankfully, nothing is there, but the door to the bathroom is now mostly shut when it was just open moments earlier. Literally open in the video he showed. Simultaneously, he hears a loud thump on the roof again as the kids' room door creaks open very slowly. So he tries to work up the courage to investigate the kids' room, but before he can do so, he hears a faint laugh come from the room, then footsteps rapidly running towards him. So he horrified. Oh my God, you're messing me up.
He horrifies back to his safe room.
Horrified, Sean runs back to his safe room, blocks the door, and accidentally steps on the witchy plywood symbol, breaking it. And quickly he grabs a leg from a bed frame to protect himself from the dangers of the unknown on the other side of the door. And then the door to his safe room creaks open and reveals a woman. A real woman. Scarier than any ghost ever.
Yeah.
The random woman is named Chrissy, and she is a huge fan of Sean's channel, and she actually tracked him down and found the abandoned house he was investigating, just to come say hi and tell him that she's a big fan. She's also a pretty decent ghost hunter and decides that she can help him with the rest of the stream. Sadly for her, Sean is too freaked out by all the actual paranormal things happening around him and plans on failing the challenge anyways and leaving the house in just 20 minutes into the stream. He's already packed all his stuff besides the cameras and is ready to head out. That is until Chrissy informs him that he's getting record-breaking views. When he checks to see how many views he's getting, he finds that almost 4 million people are watching him live.
I did not realize until this moment how big of a deal he was actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's insane.
4 million people.
Which
that
is why I'm like, this could all be one big setup from one of the biggest streamers on the planet.
Yeah. Like, you missed out on this stream?
You make a point. You make a good point.
4 million people were there.
When Chrissy shows up, like, I was just like, so there was a moment that messed me up. When she showed up, I thought she was someone else because someone in the chat specifically said, "Hey, are you still dating what's her face?"
Oh yeah.
And then he like skips over and it's like, "No, we're not talking about that." I thought this was her, and that's why he was confused when she showed up. Like this was his girlfriend, but then he doesn't specifically say it. So for the entire time, I'm like, is this what's her face that they were talking about, like his girlfriend, but they're just making it out like she's some random fan? Is that why she knew where he was? Is that how she got here? Is that how she knows all of this stuff?
Yeah. She did say that he gave out too many hints and she could find him pretty easily, which he did say the legit history of the house. So I'm sure somebody can figure it out.
I thought it was funny because she's like, "Oh, well, when you were saying that," like he cuts her off. He's like, "No, don't say anymore. I don't want anybody else showing up."
Yeah. But it's also funny that he even planned on failing the challenge. Like, he tells her that I was planning on leaving anyways here soon, so you shouldn't be here. So he was going to chicken out anyways. Now that he sees that 4 million people are watching him, that he sees that the chat is also begging him to let Chrissy stay for the rest of the night, and he doesn't want that to happen. So he starts a poll to let everybody else decide if she should stay or not. And they almost instantly vote yes, she can stay. So he hands her a GoPro and they can finally start really investigating the house.
To be fair, there is like 100,000 people that voted no.
Well, yeah, but based on like the 1 million that voted yes,
Yeah.
It's a little bit drowned out. And now I have another question. Would you let a random fan join you on an investigation like this? Like in this situation, they just showed up and like knew you were there.
I'm so conflicted with this because at one part of me is like with chat showing what happened, like, yeah, I mean, especially because they voted and wanted her to stay. My entire purpose of being here is to make content. And if the audience wants this person to be here, sure. I mean, that's what they want.
He did say that his engagement like shot up rapidly when she showed up. So
yeah, and it's like, that's really good for the stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man, that's kind of weird to have like a random person you don't know show up, which of course, as we'll see, it does get a little weird, which would make me kind of leery. I honestly would sit them down, probably like take off my gear and set it to the side and just have the other cameras going and just question this random person. Like, tell me how you got here. How do you know me? You know, like asking more questions than what he does. But Sean Ruddy knows what he's doing, man. He's the professional, not me. There's a reason 4 million people are watching live.
Knowing me, I think I'd probably let him stay.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably just be like, whatever. Like, that's kind of cool that like you were just in the area and you were like, I know that place.
It's not.
And also, I think at this point I'd be like, man, I'm glad I'm not alone anymore.
Yeah.
The not being alone would be nice. But at the same time, he does say it's like, what, 15 miles out down a random road? Yeah, he says it's like
in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, it's like way off. So it's not like she was just in the area. Like she tracked him down to get there.
Yeah, she got there stupid fast.
If this was on the outskirts of your town and your favorite YouTuber was like doing a live stream where they showed up at the haunted place that you've been to with your friends or something like that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, dude, I gotta go check this out.
True.
And I'm not saying I would do that, honestly. Like, I recognize having seen things enough from the other side, I'm like, that would be ridiculously weird. I'd be like, that is the most cringe thing I could possibly do.
I mean, it's also, you see all the videos of the guys that like, they'll sit down, they'll stream, and they're like, whoever finds me first gets $1,000 or whatever. And then people show up within like 20 minutes. And they're like, I can't believe I found you. Can't believe you were in my town. They were like, I watch your stuff all the time. So it's like, it does make sense. With him being this big of a deal, I mean, 4 million people watching live after 6 months of his cancellation. It's like, it's not just like this is, you know, huge levels. They specifically compare him to PewDiePie at the end of the movie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think that is just PewDiePie's really, you know, big, blah, blah, really blah. Big, it's like they're being more.
Man, I'm sure I'm glad PewDiePie would never do anything to get demonetized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I was pointing at King up here because King is right here. And the only version of the Discord they see is mine. So, King, you're right up here. You had a fact at the end of this about them filming this movie with this exact type of thing happening.
Yeah, they had to have 24/7 security because people kept breaking into the set and like either trying to just destroy it or steal stuff from it. So there's like people, I don't think there were people like on site, but they had a bunch of cameras set up. And if somebody like walked up near it, they would shine a bright light on them and scare them away.
Makes sense.
And it's also a really funny thing. It looks like this house is in the middle of the woods, but if you look at where it's set up, it's literally in a field. And they have like a small patch of woods behind the house. So all the woods that you see in this movie is just in this tiny patch of woods that is like right behind the house. But
they just show it perfectly angled.
Yeah. Yeah, they hide it by it being dark outside.
Nice. And stormy.
My answer would be like, probably not. I probably would be like,
King probably pull out a gun, shoot him.
Yeah.
Boom! You chose this.
Yeah. Now I'd be like that. If you would have like asked, been like, hey, I know a lot about this house. I'm in the area. I would probably maybe be a little bit, but I don't know you.
That's what I'm saying. You got to sit them down and ask some questions instead of just being like, oh, yeah. No, let everybody else vote because they're totally here right now with this random person.
But, the weird question is, why does Chrissy seem to know so much about the house? The two slowly make their way downstairs, walking back to back, so Sean can see if a ghost is trying to sneak up on him. It's pretty funny, actually, because he's just like, she's like, can I turn around? And he's like, no. They make their way to the master bedroom first because Chrissy believes that the person he caught on camera was the corner man. While investigating the room, they find a secret entrance to a basement. So naturally, they go down there and check it out. This is probably the next dumbest thing I feel like he does. Because I would be like, oh, that's where the cult, the secret cult operated. I'm like, no rumors of a cult, no nothing like that. That's where they operated. That's where
down
the
the stairs.
was.
It's like a government bunker. It just keeps going and going and going.
Genuinely, that would have been such a cool twist for the story to have taken. Almost instantly, in the basement, they find a chest full of clothes, a small lockbox, and a necklace. Sean pockets the lockbox in hopes of finding money inside later, and Chrissy snags the necklace for herself. Sean also spots a secret compartment in the chest that has one of Mildred's that's a hard word to just throw in here.
One of
Mildred's notebooks hidden inside of it. Sean seems pretty excited when he first finds it because it might have answers to the curse of the house, but he's pretty disappointed when it turns out to just be some of her stupid, crappy poetry. Yes.
This is what I'm talking about. They walk down the stairs and then she's like, hey, a thing. And he's like, oh, a thing? And then they walk over to it and he just opens it up. And he knows immediately to look under the clothes. And he's like, look, a cool box. He put that in my little pocket. And then he's like, whoa, what is this? And he opens the little flap. And I'm like, how did he know?
Yeah.
Is this a setup? He knows so much about what is happening without taking any of the time to look at any of it.
I think you're so YouTube brain that you think this is all fake because so many ghost people on YouTube fake everything.
That's what I was getting out of the movie.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There's so many times that I'm like, the way he reacts to stuff, everything he's saying, the setup that he does, like it would make so much sense for him to have already prepared all of this.
I have a bit of a rebuttal for your theory, but we're literally going to have to wait until like the end of the movie for me.
Well, so I'm just saying, this is the stuff that I was thinking when watching it here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't tell if this is genuine, if this is him just actually reacting to stuff. Like, I couldn't tell. And it wasn't until like way later that I started to make up my mind on one side or the other.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'll say I do think that it is a really fun movie either way.
Yeah.
You know? It's not one of those where like, oh, if it's all fake in the end, then none of it's actually even cool. It's like, either way, it's like, this is a pretty sick execution of everything. After finding the book, there's really nothing else down in the basement besides the mummified corpse of a cat, which I've watched Obsession like 3 times recently, and so it's just like,
you said yummy.
It's all dead cat.
All dead cat.
So the two run back upstairs and have another spin at the wheel of stupid decisions. The wheel lands between doing a EVP and a spirit board, or as the more discerning viewers may know it, a Luigi board. And rather than spinning again, they decide to just do both of them at the same time.
And I got a fun fact for you guys.
Oh, a king fun fact.
The spirit board that they use isn't an actual like Ouija board, you know, but it's the top of it reads Klaatu Verata Nikto, which is from the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still, but was popularized by the Evil Dead sequel, The Army of Darkness, which this movie takes a lot of inspiration from.
Interesting.
And you'll see why here in a little bit.
Yep.
A whole lot. It's just missing a Necronomicon, really.
I bet it's in there somewhere. I bet it's like hidden.
It's probably hidden,
in somewhere, like some little corner of a shot. So they set everything up and put a hand on the journal and the planchette. I think I ate one of those one time at an Olive Garden. Tasted mighty good, son. They put their hands on the stuff in hopes of speaking to Mildred herself. Chrissy and Sean say a chant that supposedly puts unrested spirits to rest, but I'm not sure if that's true, because right as they finish the chant, a huge thud shakes the house and the bathroom camera picks up more movement.
I specifically love the fact that Sean is like, no, I don't repeat stuff that I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, okay.
She's like, I don't know like the exact words, but it's like, we're gonna put you to rest. It's like something stupid.
Yeah.
Chrissy is more than excited to check out the noise upstairs, but of course, Sean is too scared and comes up with a bunch of excuses to not check it out, and even convinces Chrissy to go check it out alone. He was very content to watch her from his iPad until strange noises started happening all around him, and the planchette slides straight off the spirit board. He also loses sight of Chrissy because her camera disconnects for some reason, so all he sees is static. Petrified, Sean quickly packs up his stuff and sprints up the stairs to look for Chrissy.
When Sean makes it up the stairs, he peeks into the bathroom, but he doesn't. Boo! That's because she was hiding somewhere else. But Sean is extremely confused because he's like, where did you go? How did you get up here? You keep doing this thing of just like being here and then showing up and then disappearing. How do you keep doing this? Of course, we don't get an answer. Why would you?
Yeah.
This is all one big setup. Of course he's not. Can't give an answer like that.
Chrissy is a paid actor.
Exactly.
Actress.
He does point out that he padlocked the door shut, so there's literally no way inside the house unless she was already there.
And that's the thing. Stuff starts to fall into place for Sean to finally do what I said and begin asking questions, because he knew that the door was padlocked. There's no other way to get inside. Yeah. He's trying to figure out exactly where she was, what's going on, how this works, and how she snuck into the room. He's assuming that it was through that window into the kids' room. Or maybe she is one of the ghosts messing with him.
No, Chrissy just actually has a 13-foot vertical leap.
Yeah, just crazy athletic. That's the reason she can run and disappear so fast.
Which is like, okay, the door was open at the beginning of the movie, so I'm sure people got in there. But I think people used to get in through the second story window to get inside the house. That would make sense to me.
I mean, they could. I mean, there's
like climb up something and get up there.
If it were literally any teenagers trying to get into a place, they're going to find a way in. Like, there's going to be a secret way that they know to pull, like, on this one board, and then you can crawl through, and then you put the board back when you leave. Like, people are going to know a way to get in. If she knows the area and is from there well enough, she would be able to get in regardless if the door is padlocked.
I mean, the crack addicts have already gotten in several times.
A lot of times.
Or
exactly.
One really fun time.
It's like a dead guy.
It's only been about 10 minutes and Sean is already annoyed with Chrissy's jokes and overall chaotic nature because it's throwing off his entire thing. So he uninvites her to the stream, telling her that she needs to leave, and then looks up how to exorcise ghost children. But this is when Chrissy decides to reveal her true colors as she lunges at Sean, biting him in the neck, pinning him against the wall, completely throwing me for a loop because I did not expect this to happen. Causing Sean to freak out and rip a piece of wood off of the wall and jab it into her neck to kill her. As he also makes sure to get a good shot of her bleeding out while she's on the ground, because cussing is too bad for the stream, but for some reason, all of this like extreme gore is just fine.
He's like filming her and he's like, holy shoot.
Yeah, he's like not cussing at all.
Yeah, and he's trying to like correct himself, and then like he's like getting up, and it looks incredible as far as this goes, which is again threw me off because I was like, what? Like, she just, like, when she bites the neck, I was like, okay, this is, what? But then, like, he stabs her, she falls to the ground, and he, like, gets real close and is like, up, and it cracks me up because he grabs her hand to check her pulse on her wrist, and it's like,
he uses his thumb.
Look at all the blood just coming out. Like, stop what you're doing. You just go away.
Wait, at this point, do you still think it's like all fake, or you're like, oh shit, this might be real?
Oh shoot.
Oh shoot.
You only get 3 strikes. That's kind of his rule. And so at this point, I was like, I don't know. This is why it threw me for a loop, because I'm like, okay, maybe this is really well done.
You think Sean is willing to get like really hurt for the bit just to get a few more views on a video?
That's why I was like, I don't know. I don't know at this point. But once again, he panics and he begs for his chat to call the cops to help her and gives away his location. He's willing to turn himself in, even though he claims it was self-defense and he has plenty of proof and enough witnesses to prove it.
He doesn't claim it's self-defense. I was just thinking, you can definitely prove that you were fighting her off. You have like video evidence of you fighting her off because she attacked you first.
There's video evidence from this massive streamer that is putting all of this on.
That's another good point.
Which that does come up here in a minute with chat and what they have to say after calling the cops on his behalf.
The true villain of this movie.
Yes. But when he walks back out into the hallway to check on her, because he's in the safe room talking to chat, she's gone. There's nothing but a small puddle of blood on the floor where she was laying just a moment ago.
So, fun fact, the reason that the effects here look as good as they do, they actually just killed the actress who was playing Chrissy for this scene.
Shit. I'm glad she was willing to die for an indie horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if the paycheck's good enough.
So, imagine you're in this situation. What would you think happened to the body, and what would you do next?
I would assume that she was probably just not actually dead. I would be like, I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't be able to tell the signs. She's probably got away. And honestly, I'd be like, kind of like, thank goodness. But I would also be like, she's probably like crawled downstairs. And at this point, I would definitely be like, I've got to get out of this house.
Yeah.
Like, I would be definitely like, I've got to, for one, keep the camera rolling. And 2, I'd be like, I gotta go get the police to be like, hey, investigate this as quickly as possible so that it doesn't seem like I, did anything actually wrong in this situation. So.
Absolve me from all wrongdoings, please.
I was thinking the same thing, like maybe because he didn't pull out the stick, like there was a lot of blood, but if she had like just that moment of like thinking about it, she could like cover it up and maybe crawl to whatever, like wherever the blood trail leads.
Well, there's no trail.
Well, it seemed like there was a little bit of a drip going, is what I thought, but it didn't go very far. So like my thought, and I don't understand why he didn't do this, pull the stream back up, rewind it to see where she went.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
that was that's what I would do. I would have looked out and been like, and maybe like walked over to wherever it seems like. If the blood doesn't go anywhere, I'm walking back to the room and just pulling it up to see what happened.
Yeah.
But if it does lead somewhere, I might walk over there and like try to check to see where she's at, what's going on. At the same time, she did just try to attack me and bite my neck, which is insane behavior.
King's over here like, I gotta go find her and see if she can do that again.
Yeah, definitely pulling up the stream to check.
Yeah, I would definitely be filled with a bunch of different emotions because she did just try to kill me. So I'm like, I don't trust you at all anymore. But also, like what I just said, there's like no blood trail. So I'm like, there's no way that she's not leaving any blood trail anywhere. So like, what happened? Unless she went like directly into the bathroom, like holding her neck or somehow stopping the bleeding completely.
There was a split second for me of being like, when she bit him, I was like, maybe she really is just that much of a super fan.
She's got to take a piece of him with her.
Unless she like went into the bathroom, which was like right beside her. Or like maybe the nursery, which he assumes she's in the nursery here in a second. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. And I would also be done. I'd be like, nope, this is now a criminal. This is like a case for the cops to come look at. I'm done. I'm ending stream. Bye, guys. But I guess it is smart to keep recording. So, just to cover your tracks.
Sean thinks Chrissy somehow survived the stabbing, as did I, and is hiding in the kids' room from... hiding in the kids' room from him. So, like, she crawled away, and she's like, oh, he's going to kill me more. And so she's like, went into the kids' room, and Sean goes up to the door, and he kind of calls out to her, and he's like, hey, I'm just going to leave this first aid kit outside the room so you can fix yourself up. But before he can fish it out of his bag, another loud thump shakes the building, and this time it's accompanied with gagging sounds as if someone is being choked. Sean runs back to his safe room, because of course he does, and looks at the hallway camera, where he sees Mildred's ghost hanging in the same spot she hung herself all those years ago. It's actually a super creepy shot.
It's really cool.
I really like it. He runs back into the safe closet and checks his chat again to find that somebody finally sent him something helpful. Some kid sent him a video about the symbol he found in the closet. The kid says it's called a Hamsa, and it is a symbol to ward off evil. So yes, this movie does rip off the exact twist from Welcome to Dead House.
It does.
That was just for you, King, baby.
Yeah, I did notice that as well.
So, someone put it in the house to keep the innumerable evil spirits at bay, and it was doing a pretty good job too, until Mr. Sean Ruddy, I forgot his name.
Sean Finger Blasting Ruddy.
He's got to face the fact that he's just released all these evil spirits from their slumber, and basically a demon on himself because of his own cowardice and stupidity. Now that Sean is in real danger, his chat agrees that he should probably just say screw the sponsors and get out of the house. But in order to do that, he has to get past Mildred's swanging body.
Yeah, creepy swanging body. I do want to say before I start my scene, this little segment here is what I was going to bring up about it not being an act for Chrissy and all that, because he does seem genuinely like, oh god, I might have killed this girl, and like really upset about it. Or do you feel like the opposite? You feel like he's just acting still?
Yeah.
Or Sean Ruddy is an extraordinary actor.
Yeah.
A multi-talent.
It's also a little out of character for him, because he's like all about himself, but in this one moment, he's like very kind for just like a brief moment. He's like, I'm going to leave this outside.
It's almost like he's setting all of this up to make himself look a little better. After that terrible apology video.
I see. Well, he does a few more terrible apologies throughout this movie. So
I mean, he spent like a full 6 months being able to come up with this genius idea of how to put himself back on top.
I see. And in a very cool scene, probably the best scene in the movie, one of the best scenes, but for sure, Sean sneaks his way past Mildred as we watch from his POV camera looking at his iPad, which is showing him walk down the hall closer to the ghost. So you can't see Mildred with a naked eye. You can only see her through the camera. So he's holding up his iPad, and we are seeing him walk closer to her. And every once in a while, he'll drop it down, and there'll be like nothing there hanging. Yeah. Really, really awesome scene. It's almost like a third-person video game, because you can't see Mildred with a naked eye. You can only see her on the camera. Sean slowly makes his way closer to Mildred until he is right beside her, and that's when Mildred reveals herself in the scariest jump scare in the whole movie. Legit made me shit my pants.
Legit?
Yeah, but, huh?
Brick.
And brother, let me tell you, it stunk real good.
She hops on Sean's shoulders and rides him like a horse while choking him out. She wants him to stay and join her family, but in order to do that, she has to enter his body, and she does so by shoving her finger into his nose.
The fingerer becomes the fingered.
The shock from having a long, disgusting fingernail shoved deep into his nose makes Sean fall with Mildred on his shoulders, which makes her tumble down the stairs and get knocked out at the end of it.
It's one of the funniest parts.
And then I ask, can you even knock out a ghost?
Apparently.
He did.
Apparently you can.
Especially
and
if it's all a big
it's pretty
setup.
easy.
Yeah.
In fairness, it is the ghost of an old woman.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's like a... She's got like a debuff to getting knocked out.
She does get up pretty easily. But Sean doesn't even wait any longer. He runs down the stairs, jumps over Mildred's body, and sprints for the front door, but he forgot that he padlocked it. So he has to grab the key, which is deep in a vent underneath the house. And before he even reaches down to go get the key, he notices that his nose is bleeding. So he reaches into his nose and finds a piece of Mildred's fingernail lodged deep inside.
It's the whole fingernail. It's the whole fingernail.
I loved this shot so much because I didn't think it was his nose. When he's like,
oh, you thought it was something else?
Yes, when he's reaching down and the blood just drips onto his arm, I was like, is she standing right above him right now?
Yeah, I thought it was going to look up and she's going to be like all the ceiling.
Yeah, but then like it cuts over to his face, and so I was not expecting that, and he pulls out this big long fingernail, and I was like, okay, all right, let's see where this goes.
And I put a little side note. So I love how this movie can go from terrifying to goofy in like just a second.
Yeah.
Because it's like the scariest jump scare in the movie, and then you're like horrified for a second, and then you watch Mildred tumble down the stairs like very comedically.
And then it goes right back with the fingernail. Like that part is for sure the nastiest part of the movie.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
It is to me.
It's not, nah.
Yeah, there's a scene at the end that I find disgusting.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Okay. Maybe there's one more part.
But now I have a question. Do you even try to get the key, or are you taking your chance of finding another faster exit?
I think he would have had a better chance just grabbing like a piece of wood or furniture and just knocking not the lock off, but the piece that is holding the lock on, like the little hinge.
Yeah, that's a great point.
It's really rusty and old.
Well, have you ever put one of those in? Mm-mm. The screws are this long.
Oh, really?
They're very short. And all it would take is him to hit it, and it would fall right off, and then he would be able to go out. I'm just like, because he at some point, maybe here in this next scene, he kicks the window next to the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, how about instead of wasting your time doing that, just try to knock that little hinge off that is the only thing holding that door shut right now.
That's actually a super smart answer, Polt. Thanks for reading the answer that I sent you for me.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what's your answer?
Other than that genius answer that you have, I would probably run back upstairs and just hurl myself out the window. I mean, I already know it's there.
Stupid. First of all, as Scream taught us, I don't think any of us have big enough breasts to be running upstairs when we should be running out the front door.
But there's always a nicely cushioned parked boat outside, apparently.
Yes.
So
you got it.
No. Immediately, I was like, just go jump out the window. Go, or you can like. Yeah. You can climb. You don't have to jump. You can climb.
Yeah,
down.
like I mean, you could have just like grabbed it, and then at least you're like, for me, I guess I would be like 8 foot closer to the ground if I have like a hold of the ledge, and then just let go. So at that point, it's like a 5 foot drop.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm going out the second story window for sure because he's reaching. He can barely reach the ground from where he's at, reaching in that vent, and there's no shot he's grabbing that key fast enough. And Mildred is right there. If she wakes up, she's getting ya. So.
He could have used the grate to knock the latch off.
Or you could go down in the grate and see if there's like a secret tunnel.
I kind of expected it to be a thing where Dude, you've said that way too many times in this podcast.
I think you've said it 3 times
for it now. You said it 3 times back to back, and I didn't say a freaking thing about it.
The thing.
I thought that the place that the key fell down into was going to end up being the secret room that the chest was in.
That would have been kind of fun.
But I guess not.
He doesn't find the key. Instead, when he reaches down to grab it after taking out the piece from his nose, he finds a different key that is down here. It's the wrong one, but he has no time to figure out exactly what it is too. So instead, he first gets up to see if Mildred is still there. And of course, she's not. She has got up and disappeared once again. So he tries to bust down the window next to the front door, which I get. He's trying to, at least, he's doing something.
Yeah.
I respect that. But of course he hurts his ankle because trying to kick a whole bunch of stuff that has literally been put up, he's going to hurt himself.
Yeah, it looks like it's like metal and then there's wood on the other side of the metal. He's like kicking it.
So he hurts himself and then he hides behind a chair that is in the living room as Chat tries to help him by telling him to use the new key that he found on the little lockbox that was in the chest in the basement. That he should, does he still have it on him?
Yeah, it's like in his like fanny pack thing.
But it says when he opens the box, he's shocked to discover that Chrissy was never real because he has a little picture. She is Mildred, which everyone already knew. One of the commenters even says,
"No shit, it's her genius." It's so funny. Calling somebody a no shit genius and spelling genius wrong is the funniest thing he could have done in this movie.
Because Chad is so smart. They're amazing all throughout this movie. There is also a finger wrapped in a white cloth within the box, which this just grosses him out, and he throws it to the side and takes Chat's advice to jump out of the upstairs window to try to get away. Luckily for him, there is a rope downstairs next to I guess it's a different bucket?
No, it's the same. It's the whale bucket from earlier in the movie.
Yeah. So, well, I thought it was a different bucket than the one he peed in.
Oh, no, yeah, it's a different bucket.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like a whale bucket downstairs and then like a pail upstairs.
Yep. So he grabs this rope, and this is what he is going to use to get himself out of this house.
At this point, you can kind of start to see where the story's going because, you know, and this is just, you know, my like storytelling brain working. I love the fact that as soon as he unwraps the finger, you know that he's going to eat it. And that he's going to use the curse power that he gains from it to defeat Mildred.
How does Jujutsu Kaisen come up so often on our podcast?
Oh no!
This is like maybe the 6th time it's come up.
Sean Ruddy says,
he's gonna go,
I'd win.
Domain expansion.
He goes, domain expansion, and Mildred gets caught in a domain.
Domain expansion demonetization.
What I think is cool about this movie is after he breaks the Hamza, it's like suddenly all the ghosts, it's like the ghosts were trapped in the spirit realm, but when he broke it, they're suddenly like they're real things that he can
manifest
like, touch and
again.
feel. Yeah. It's really cool.
No, it is really cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I've been wanting to say that. I just forgot that I wanted to say that.
If I'm not mistaken, it's that he takes the thing down and then you get that like apparition of the ghost moving through. And then when he steps on it, it's like now they're like you've got freaking Mildred swinging from the rafters,
shoving fingers up noses,
and having fingers in boxes that he has thrown to the side. As he's still hiding behind the chair, but it takes him too long to work up his courage to actually make his way up the stairs to jump out the window. And because of this, the corner man ghost decides to help him out by scaring the crap out of him.
It's been the funniest scene in the movie to me. I love it.
He very eerily walks across the doorway in a scene that reminds King of the taking of Deborah Logan. And that comes to mind for me is the scene from It Chapter 2 with, I can't remember her name.
The creepy grandma.
Yeah, where she walks across when they're there. Yeah. It's like, y'all know what it's like. Y'all know what we're talking about.
When I first watched that movie, that scene, it creeped me out and then immediately made me laugh because it looks so goofy at the same time. Because it goes, ooh, oh my God, that was weird.
So Sean wastes no time as he sprints up the stairs and ties the rope to the bed. And when he's doing this, he's tying it around his waist and he notices like a bump underneath the sheets on the bed, like someone is hiding under there waiting to pounce. And sure enough, I'm pretty sure that it is one of the children that cries a little bit. And he's like, huh? And then the thing like scurries towards him. So he freaks out and runs out of the room, getting caught by the rope that is around his waist as soon as he gets out the door. So he like slams back to the ground and then is like fiddling with it, trying to take it off of it. It's incredible. I love that so much because it's one of those things that it's like he's set up, he's trying to do a thing, and then it immediately backfires.
It's like the one thing that would have actually worked and got him out safely ends up not working.
That's one thing where it's almost like funny and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like, first of all, it's just like really goofy, the idea of like, oh, you take off running, but then like the rope just like...
The rope just...
But it's also like, dude, like the extra panic that would send you into.
Yes. And it looks like it hurt because he slams on the ground. Like it's not like a cushion or anything underneath him either. After untying himself, he runs back into his safety closet again, where another fan has sent him a video to check out. It's a Latin professor who had translated the chant that Chrissy made him repeat earlier in the stream while they were doing the spirit board. The professor reveals that he didn't say a chant that helped put the ghost to rest. He actually said, "I give thee my soul and forfeit my will." And then the professor's kid informs him that Mildred did a similar thing to every person in the house. So she trapped everyone in this little chant thing. I'm sorry, Crow. I know it's upsetting. It's upsetting. Crow actually hasn't seen this movie. He's just hearing this right now. But she slowly makes every person in the house go crazy or makes them super depressed until they can't take it anymore and they kill themselves.
Yeah.
And now that Sean has said the chant, he too might feel the urge to kill himself, but he has to fight it off. Suddenly, chat starts talking about why this is happening to Sean. They're saying it's karma for him because it's karma for what he did to get canceled. And he admits that he didn't want to make an apology video. He just did it because he had to. It was just something that he needed to do in order to save face. And he regrets doing it. He also starts giving us hints about the reason he got canceled. Apparently, he did something really messed up to a homeless guy and even almost went to prison because of it.
He was acquitted. Yeah. Nobody mentions that.
You still almost went to prison for a prank you did on YouTube. Pretty bad. But as he's arguing with his chat about the cause of all of this, a disembodied girl's voice says his name. He takes a look around, but no one is in the closet with him. That is until he looks in between his legs and Mildred's head is looking up at him and shouts, "Guilty!" before biting him in the balls. I love this. He goes, "Ah, doosh, doosh." He punches her in the head.
I was like, this is Evil Dead. Yes.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
About that.
The ball munching ghost is the last straw for Sean. Without even thinking, he runs through the hallway and jumps out of the second story window, hitting the ground with a painful bone-cracking thump. Luckily for him, the outdoor camera had a great shot of him jumping out of the window, so he can make a YouTube short out of it later.
Yes.
So I have a question. At what point would you have jumped out the window? Okay, so we all established that we would jump out the window way earlier than this.
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, as Polt established for me, I would break the lock off the door.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep. I forgot about that.
Me and you would jump off. Yep, we would go right out the window.
Would you run full force and pray you don't break too many bones, or would you try to climb down safely? At this moment, you just got bit in the balls by a ghost. What is your reaction?
It depends how much ball is left.
How many punches did I get in? It would probably be like one of those where you like run because you have to like jump up onto the little seal there. So like if you could run into the room and there is that bit of a turn to get to the window, like there would be enough time to slow down a little bit to like turn and kind of like go onto your stomach and like grab on and then just sort of fall. So it wouldn't be like, like jump like out of the window. Yeah, like what he did. Instead, it would be more like run and then like turn and like try to slide down.
I definitely would try. I would take my time. I wouldn't take my time. I would quickly try to find the safest way down.
Yeah.
Because he had to have gotten like 20 feet from the house. He like leaped out of that house.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
At this point, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't a setup.
Yeah, maybe it's true.
Because I was like, okay, like that seemed like it actually hurt.
Yeah.
It's like that was a real jump out that window.
Yeah.
I think you got to go for the tactical roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the parkour roll.
Yeah.
See if you can grab onto the
And
tree
then-
when you jump.
That eliminates all fall damage.
Yes.
Everybody knows.
If he would have had the bucket, he could have used the bucket trick.
Oh yeah, the water bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The pea bucket trick.
the pea bucket trick. Yeah.
Yeah. Jumps out, splashes pea on his feet. He's a YouTuber. He's supposed to know these tricks.
If you choose to stay, what is your plan moving forward to fight the ghost
Hey, this is my episode.
Paul, I'm
if
glad
you choose
asked.
to stay, what
Let me
is your
tell you
plan
what-
moving forward?
Let me tell you what I'm planning.
Hey,
First, I reach into
Hey.
my mom's sack.
Wait.
Just as deep as I can get in there.
okay. If you choose to stay, what is your
I
plan
don't
moving
like that
forward?
gesture to accompanying.
Your mom is the sack. Did you not understand it?
No! The sack my mom gave me.
No, your mom is the sack. It's like a whole woman.
Hi, sweetie.
I don't like this
You fiddle around in there.
I
you're-
wish I hadn't made this joke.
Can't take it back now. Deal with it.
Can't take it back now. Okay. If you choose to stay, what is your plan moving forward to fight off the ghosts?
Well, first of all, I'm not choosing to stay.
I'm stuck.
I'm not
here.
just like, you know what, I live here now.
Is my
Yeah, it's my house.
the old Mildred house? Yeah.
What are you
it's
going to do about it, Mildred?
mine. Yeah.
What you going to do about it, Millie? This is my
Mildy.
house now. This is my ghost.
Come on, Moldy.
I mean, she's got some weird, like, dimension shifting thing going on where she can just, like, appear and give it a little nut bite at any time.
That is
like,
true.
she might not be that creative, and I don't know how many more bites I can take at this point. That might be the well may have run dry for her violent ideas. So, you know what? Maybe I just like douse that region with some like holy water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what?
Try again, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, that's what you get. Or maybe the play there is you drink the holy water.
Oh my god, yeah. Wait,
And
that's
then-
actually a good
And then
strat.
all I'm saying is
That'll come back up.
the weapon is loaded. Uh-huh. The gun is loaded. All you gotta do is pull the trigger, baby.
I think the fact that this is happening right after being in the closet and she appeared like underneath, that would mess me up so bad because my original plan would be like, I could just stay in the room. I could stand in the corner with all of the stuff that I brought. But if she could just appear behind me as a head and bite me anyway, like there's no way that I could fight this. So if I'm stuck here in this house, my next guess would be I need that finger that is back downstairs.
Yeah.
Because that has to be important somehow. Or I am going to do what she was trying to do to me and shove my fingers up her nose.
Oh. Finger blast the finger blaster.
The finger blaster becomes the finger blasted, becomes the finger blaster of the finger blaster, therefore making a new finger blasted
black hole.
And that's what I call equality.
I know there's other ghosts here. Like,
yeah,
let me go and deal with the other ones.
Yeah.
Like let me see if they are on her side, because like we've already established the understanding that Mildred is the one causing all of this. So maybe if I can get them on my side, maybe if I offer them the finger, it'll be different. Like maybe they'll have an idea if I can get a hold of one of them.
Yeah.
That's super smart.
I don't know. I think having that finger is a good idea because the only way to beat a domain expansion is with your own domain expansion.
That is true.
That's why you got to eat the finger.
That did look a lot like Sukuna's finger now that you guys are talking about it.
It's so similar. It is almost identical.
I was thinking at this point in the movie, if I had to stay, if I chose to stay and try and defeat the ghost, I have holy water Like that would be like my main. You have like a whole kit you could use to try and defeat these ghosts, and he doesn't use it for the longest time.
Yeah.
So I would try my best to holy water them to see if something happens.
He is terrified and is running around for most of this. And the only times that he takes to stop is to check with chat.
Exactly.
It's true.
So instead of thinking of what to do next, he's talking with them because he's the greatest streamer of all time.
He's doing what live streamers do now, where they go, chat, what do I do next, chat? Chat, tell me what to think, chat.
Sean somehow landed safely enough not to break any bones. That's a lie. King is lying to you. He definitely broke his leg. And he has a pretty nasty gash in his leg from the fall.
He said he broke his leg.
Oh, I thought he just had like a gash in it.
At the end, he goes, "Oh, my leg's definitely broken."
Whoops.
Instead of using a first aid kit to fix up the wound in his leg, Sean decides to just go with the quick approach, and he just wraps duct tape around his thigh as tightly as he can. And he doesn't even really do that good of a job with it.
No.
But also, Mrs. Crow is going to kill me if I don't point this out on the podcast, that like, if you did this, it would hurt so bad when you had to peel the duct tape off later.
I was also thinking about that.
Cover it with something first.
In fairness, Sean Ruddy may be a lot of things. He may have a lot of talents, but medical care is not one of them. At this point, Sean's outside and he's just like, I'm getting out of here. He's like, screw this, screw the sponsors. I'm going to get back in the car. But the problem with that is, as you may remember, he just like flung his spark plugs out into the woods. So he's only got one option. He just starts barreling out into the woods and gets honestly super lucky and like finds the spark plugs pretty quickly. There's no way this dude finds them that fast.
Yeah, one is just like so perfectly on top of some leaves, like in the middle of nothing. But
unless he had another crew member go out into the woods, find the spark plugs, get them, set them out in places that Sean Ruddy could find them.
Or there's a whole bunch of them out here.
Yeah. The day before the shoot, I go out, I throw 100 spark plugs into the forest. It was the greatest expense in the budget.
Yes.
The first spark plug, he finds it pretty quick. It's like just add on top of some leaves, picks that up, pops it away. Then he's like, all right, next one should be just as easy to find. And he goes, he looks around, he sees it just like out a little bit. And he's like, oh, awesome. Goes for them. And this freaking thing just like,
yeah.
Genuinely, it's one of the coolest, like, spooky moments in the movie.
It's so unexpected.
Okay, so King's description here, he's not lying to you this time, is the monster looks like if Gollum from Lord of the Rings and Treebeard had sweet love and then had a baby together. And I'd say that that's correct. And that's exactly how he wrote it, and I didn't add a single word to that.
Nope, not at all.
The terrifying scream, shriek from the monster sends Sean running out of the woods and directly into just like another regular old person.
The cops are finally here.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Polt looks so unimpressed.
At this point, when he's looking for everything that's out here, and he's out here and the cop walks up, I kept thinking that he was going to somehow run away, or he was going to be led to the pond nearby and find out that the pond is still, or the pond water is still, or whatever they were saying.
Yes.
I thought it was headed that direction, that they were headed to the pond.
I see what you mean.
So that's why I had to say it here, because this is the direction that I thought it was going. But then the police show up here to save Sean from Death Manor. And he's so excited to see the cop that he hugs him and promises that he'll never speak ill of them ever again. But Sean's happiness is quickly squashed when he realizes that there's no cop car. And the cop is acting really weird as he tells Sean that he has been watching him all night and that he doesn't like it when Sean hurts people, as Sean answers back by kicking him in the balls and hitting him in the back of the head with a rock before running to his car to hide inside of it.
By the way, he doesn't know for sure if this is a ghost or not.
He has no idea.
He still looks like a regular guy. So he just tried to kill a guy. He's lucky that he didn't.
He just kicks him and runs off. And
yeah.
Then he gets into the car, and sadly, he doesn't have the best vantage points to actually like watch anything that's going on outside. And I'm sure him being inside is also going to like fog up the windows. So he finds a beef stick, like a Slim Jim, on the ground and tapes another GoPro. And again, he has to name the GoPro like beef stick and shoves it out the window. Yeah, beef can. And he shoves it out the window so he can watch everything that's going on outside.
It's like the flimsiest little... It's like the world's flimsiest selfie stick.
That's like one of the smarter things he's done, but it's really stupid still.
And we can see this like gross looking cop thing like slowly getting up from his bludgeoning. It's like crawling over to him.
No, it's not really crawling. It's like he's like getting up slowly. Like in slow motion slow. Like
super slow because it takes a while.
In this situation, do you take the chances of trying to run down the road to safety? It is like 15 miles, as we said. Or do you try and hide out in your car and hope that the monsters don't find you?
Neither. Did he not grab the spark plugs?
No, he didn't get the second one.
No, he got scared.
Also, in fairness, it's going to take a second to get those spark plugs back in.
That's fun. I mean, I just hit this weird ghost thing with a rock.
In fairness, Polt, you are probably much more capable than this guy. I mean, this guy's just a YouTuber, but you're like, oh, wait, actually, yeah.
I don't know what mood you're in today, Crow. It's really funny.
But like, that was my first thought. Like, I would instead of dropping it just because the thing scared me, I would have grabbed it and like ran off, and I would have had the spark plugs. I would have been attempting to put them in the car as the thing slowly walks up behind me. I would have been doing everything I can to get the car going. If I got to hit the thing again with a rock and then leave like the Slim Jim camera on it and rename it to Ghost Cam, I will. But like, I am getting this car running.
I think I would try and just run down the road.
That would be the next option.
Yeah,
because there has to be like a barrier that the ghost can't at some point. They have to like stop.
Dude, just because it's 15 miles out of town doesn't mean it's 15 miles from literally everything. There's no way that there's just straight up 15 square miles
of nothing.
Like, where the heck did they record this?
Middle of a field in a city.
I guarantee that there is at least a McDonald's within running distance. And if there's not, look at this house. There's definitely a Dollar General.
That is true.
But I do like the fact that he jumped out the window and his leg is messed up.
That does make a difference.
It does make a difference with him trying to run away, which is why I'm like, if he can fix the car, that would still be his best bet, because what else is he going to do?
There's also another thing he does that kind of irks me is he sometimes is like okay walking and running on his leg, and then sometimes he's like limping. It's like he forgot.
It's adrenaline.
Maybe, yeah. But if you have enough adrenaline, you can run down the road a little bit and then go, ow! And then sit there.
I'm going to say, I'm going to run for it. And boys, if you don't mind, I've got to go prepare a pee bucket for later in the movie.
While trembling in his car, Sean gets another video message from his chat. This time, it is the woman who put the Hamza symbol in the house. Her name is Hedy, and she lived in the house as a nanny for a few years. And when she hears that Sean accidentally destroyed the ward, it terrifies her so much that all she has to say is, he's gonna die. Sending any faith he had about living down the drain.
It might be my favorite line in the movie.
Oh, he gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, he's dead. He's gonna die.
Thankfully, she's kind enough to tell him how to make a new seal, but she's old and talking too slow, and the sheriff ghost is waking up very slowly, but still waking up, so he puts her in 2 times speed just so he can learn what to do and not be ripped to shreds by the ghost outside. I think it's so funny, this scene. He's like watching it, and then he'll change like the camera to the beef cam, and then the ghost will still be slowly getting up. He'll go,
yeah,
ah! And then change it back to the old lady talking. All he has to do is draw the Hamza and offer a flesh sacrifice, and before he can finish the rest, the ghost slams on the top of Sean's car, but luckily Sean is able to find a weapon, a potato gun he used for a previous challenge video, and he loads the potato gun with a jacked bobblehead of himself and somehow successfully blows a hole through the zombie ghost's chest, killing him as the body slowly slides down the barrel of the launcher until he is inches away from Sean's face.
I love that part. That's such a fun kill.
It's so fun. The only thing that ruins this scene for me is how bad the mask is on the sheriff.
Yeah.
It's so bad, but...
Fair enough.
But the scene itself is awesome.
Now, we have to take a moment of silence for Sean's iPad, which was destroyed in the battle against the zombie ghost sheriff. And now, Sean doesn't even know if he's still streaming or not. While he thinks he's alone, he actually starts contemplating his life. He doesn't want to be known as some D-bag influencer who did that one bad thing to that one homeless guy. And he starts to actually believe that all of this is karma for what he did, which really makes you question what the prank was that would have warranted this divine punishment. Sean does, in this moment, genuinely apologize for what he did and decides to leave a note behind in case he doesn't make it. He opens up Mildred's journal to rip out a page, but is distracted when a piece of paper falls out. It steps to a ritual, the same ritual that Mildred used to sell her soul to the devil. Because, of course, that's what she did.
I didn't realize this until, I think last night when I rewatched the movie. She used her husband, the love guy, as part of the sacrifice to sell her soul. Because I think it's like a soul for a soul kind of thing.
Interesting.
Because he died and then she conveniently died the night after. So she probably used him for the ritual.
Maybe so. Yeah.
No comment.
Oh, God.
I need to watch the movie again.
I'll have more to say about that in a second.
Oh, okay.
I'll be able to explain why I think that you're completely wrong.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
It's my episode, and you're like, King lies, he's wrong, he's stupid.
Yeah. In fairness, you started this episode making me say that I removed a family of 4's kneecaps.
That's because that's what you did.
I'm still sorry to the sponsors. Please don't leave.
He decides to give one of her poems a read, and the first one he finds is a poem about still pond water, which means that he was right and chat was wrong. And that's always the case. And this is a good podcast. So if any of you disagree in the comments, well,
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're just wrong. We make all the best decisions, and you can't say otherwise.
The pond water thing, which is what the corner man was heard repeating multiple times. Yeah. Sean has the sudden realization that Mildred is forcing her ghost subordinates
How
to
did you do
learn
that?
her poems.
I don't know. I was probably watching it, like watching the movie as I was writing this. And sometimes when somebody says a word, I do weird stuff.
Yeah.
I have to go through and rewrite things. So.
You probably would have gotten it right if you were watching Deadstream instead of it.
Yeah, probably would have helped.
All right, thanks for watching. Let's split up.
We got to split up now.
Yeah, this is the last episode.
Okay, well, new rule. We're not going to split up, ever, okay?
Mildred isn't building a family. She's building an audience. She wants to be the center of attention, just like Sean. And he theorizes that the more souls she collects, the stronger her power becomes. So, to defeat her, he has to think about what would defeat him. And being a content creator, he has many issues with copyright strikes and, all those other controversies that YouTubers get into. We don't have to talk about those. I didn't read the rest of what you read.
I see that.
Yeah. Anyway, things that King and Polt battle every time they post.
Yeah. You talk about movies and TV, you get that shit a lot.
Sean figures that if he can also do the ritual, then he'll be able to take away her power and give it to himself and get his soul back. Still not even sure if he's live streaming anymore. He asks his audience to translate the Latin on the card for him because he's going to need it to defeat Mildred. Then he plays more copyright-free music, that good old Sean Carpenter's Halloween, before saying the sickest one-liner of the whole movie.
Let's demonetize this bitch.
He says it just like that too. No, he says it in like the wimpy YouTube voice. It's like,
let's demonetize this bitch.
like anime.
It is such a good line. I love that it feels like it's got two meanings because it's like, obviously it's not the same word, but it does kind of have the word demon in it.
Yes, Mr. Polt?
I have a question, and
What's up?
Either of you might remember. Is it in the poem that it's like an analogy for the pond water? Is there not a real pond anywhere? Is it just something that she wrote in the poem talking about like how she feels, and that's the reason that they're all repeating stuff about pond water?
I think the pond water is the bathtub water.
So it's still an analogy that she's bringing. Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Because you guys were talking about that, and I was going to say that earlier.
Yeah. Because I was like, is there an actual pond that he's trying to go to? That's what I've been thinking this entire time.
They never show. The only amount of water you see is the bathtub. So I imagine, and the bathtub is gross. So
my interpretation is that the pond water doesn't actually mean anything, and that her poems kind of suck, and that the whole point of the ghost saying it isn't because it has this deeper, sinister meaning. It's because of the fact that she's insecure and she's like, yeah, I'll sell my soul if it gets people to think that my poetry is good.
It's good. Yeah.
So
100%. Okay.
No, man, anything for the likes and subscribe.
Anything for that juicy interaction. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Would you guys sell your soul
pond water if you would sell your soul for interaction on youtube.com?
Would you guys sell your soul to the devil if it was the only way to survive a demon attack?
No.
Yeah, me neither. No. I think I'd much rather just die.
Great question, King. Next one.
The first thing that came to mind is from SpongeBob. When Mr. Krabs is like, yeah, I'll sell my soul to, it was like the Flying Dutchman. That's how I felt. I'm like, it's already sold. I mean, I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah. And I think it says a lot about Sean's character that he has no issue selling his soul to the devil as long as he gets to live.
Let's do this. And I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Again, another thing that somebody would do for engagement and to become the biggest streamer on the planet.
But my other question, would you go back into the house after everything that has happened to you, or do you just try and leave? This is your final chance to just get out of there.
I think I gotta give it one try of driving away before Mildred inevitably wormholes me so that it's like I'm driving away and then all of a sudden I'm pulling back up in front of the house.
That would be a really cool scene if they did that.
Yeah.
That'd be like
tries to leave and then he pulls back in.
It's
that one movie.
The movie. In the Mouth of Madness. Because he leaves the town like 4 times and then he just pulls right back up.
Do you watch Sean Ruddy?
Yeah. If I'm not going back, I've got to put myself in the shoes of Sean Ruddy.
Big shoes to fill.
Because the problem is, I still have all of my stuff inside, but I have cameras on me. I don't know if I'm live streaming anymore, which is really going to mess with, everything that's going on with evidence wise for what is happening. but I still would probably go out there, get the spark plugs, fix the car, have the car up and running, maybe pull it closer to the house with the lights on, car ready to go. And then just
have a
quickly
solid escape plan.
Yeah, quickly run inside, grab my stuff, and then try to leave. Knowing the entire time something's going to happen. So when I'm grabbing my stuff, I am getting prepared with like the silver dagger, probably not the garlic, but maybe.
The garlic is so important.
First thing she did was bite me in the neck. So maybe.
That is true.
You know, and then probably grab some stuff to where I can fight my way back out of the house. What if I just drive the car into the house?
It's not a bad idea.
The house would stand up more than your car.
I don't know about that.
Nah, ain't no way. If I drive it through the side or at least like through the front door right there, like I could run it in and back it up, you know?
Now, he's not saying that he's going to like take out the whole house.
Yeah, just
he's
like
just saying,
give me a big hole that I can go in and out of.
Okay.
Where it's like, no, they locked the door behind me. Like, nah, dude, huge hole in the side of the house now.
Good luck fixing that.
Yeah.
Without me noticing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would have made a really cool scene that would have been way beyond the budget of this movie if he drove his car into the side of the house.
Yeah.
And like got out and like watched the house like reform behind it.
That would be really cool, yeah.
Yep. Then at that point, you just leave.
I like Polt's idea of like getting the escape plan set up. But I think I would try at least once to see if I could fix everything. Just because who knows if like I try to leave and then I just like what you said, like something pulls me back. Like I'm not allowed to leave or something like that. Yeah. Or like once I do leave, I just die because the devil has my soul.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, he repeated the incantation and now there's got to be something extra. He like gets in the car and then she's there in the car with him.
I would have hated that ending if like he tried to leave and then she was just in the car with him. I'd be like, well, that's lame. So
yeah.
I'm glad they ended it the way they did.
King would have said, this is a derivative. My expert opinion, this movie is a derivative and uninspired.
You're an expert watching Deadstream.
Yeah.
An expert on YouTube.
It's just not what you signed up for.
Yeah, actually, I meant to say that earlier, is that with this episode in particular, because of the subject matter, all of our answers can be considered expert opinions.
Yes.
That is true.
Which is insane.
You know, I ain't no professional walker or screamer or alien photographer.
Or noper.
But I do make videos and I do get paid to occasionally.
Yes.
Okay. Once every other month.
So Sean busts his way back into the house. He ties a knife to the end of a broomstick for self-defense. And of course, he has to also attach one of the cameras to the end of it. And then he renames the camera. What?
He doesn't do that just yet. He does that here in a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that when he goes upstairs?
Yeah.
So Sean busts back into the... He ties a knife to the end of the broomstick for self-defense and uses one of the meth needles. I don't know if we can say specifically that word.
One of the hypodermic needles.
Yeah.
It's definitely never been used for any substances before.
Oh. In case he needs to stab some holy water into one of the ghosts. He also grabs the cleaver that was hanging up in the kitchen because you can never have enough protection. John bravely makes his way up the stairs, stabbing at anything he deems a threat as he makes his way into the safe room, where he confirms that he is in fact still streaming and that someone was able to translate the Latin that was on the paper for him. So Sean quickly memorizes the text and he draws his own Hamza hand on the floor, which just, it doesn't look quite right, but he draws it on the floor. It's here that he genuinely apologizes for all of the terrible things that he has done on the channel. And it's here that I finally started to think that maybe this wasn't all a setup, because for the first time, he does seem a lot more genuine that he has been.
Earnest.
Yeah.
Even finally telling us why he got canceled. Apparently, he paid a homeless man to fight him for a video, but he took things too far and hurt the poor guy pretty bad. He also apologizes for the accidental racist stuff that he has done in the past and dedicates this live stream to the minorities that he has hurt.
The craziest, like, out of nowhere little comment of the whole movie.
Hey.
He goes, I also would like to apologize for the Mexicans and the blacks. It's so funny. That shit killed me. I was like, where did this come from?
He was getting sincere, and that pulled me right back out to be
I
like,
know.
okay.
It's like, whoa, okay.
Finally, it's time to strap up and end this thing. Sean plays some epic fighting music, tapes a GoPro to the end of his makeshift spear, and prepares to fight Mildred.
Can't skip. He has to rename the camera.
And he also renames the camera. What did he name this one? Spear cam?
Spear cam.
It's Spear cam.
It's Spear cam, of
And then he prepares to fight Mildred. He taunts her to come at him, but when she doesn't take the bait, he goes looking for her, reading her poems out loud and making fun of them to anger her. He hears a hiss come from the kids' room and busts into the room to find there is now 2 clown dolls in the chair, which there was only one before. And a kid is sitting on the bed. I don't know why there was 2. He never really brought that up. Do you guys know? Do you guys have a theory for that?
I do, but it'll take a second.
Okay, well, let me finish reading this first. Okay, so there are now 2 clown dolls on the chair and a kid sitting on the bed. Sean tries to befriend the kid to have him join him on defeating Mildred. But when the kid turns around, he has the most disgusting looking conjoined twin I've ever seen in my life. And this horrifies Sean right back to his old ways. And he runs back into the hallway and traps the kid in the room using the salt that his mom packed for him.
It's not funny to make fun of the disabled king.
What did I make fun of the disabled?
This is a ghost.
You're talking about the most disgusting looking conjoined twin I've ever seen.
Did you see what was on that body? You've seen Dead by Daylight? The woman that has like the baby inside of her?
Yeah. That's her brother. That's Victor.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about Charlotte and Victor. No, but for real, yeah, it is pretty nasty. Anyway, that's my theory as to the other doll on the chairs, because you got 2 kids, so 2 toys.
Oh. Well, thanks. I thought that was going to be way more interesting.
I thought we were going to go into depth already.
Okay.
Just 2 kids, 2 dolls.
What have I done during this podcast to deserve a comment like that?
You called me a liar, stupid.
You wrote all of that in the script. What are you talking about?
I'm just reading the stuff you wrote. What do you
every
want
single
from us?
thing we have
He's
said in
writing
this
all of
entire
this
thing.
too.
He wrote all of this.
This is all scripted, all of it?
Yes.
Guys,
just like
please
the movie.
free us from his power.
It's just like the movie.
I like turn my chair and there's a Hamza on my floor. Like you guys are dead behind me.
Mildred's voice continues to echo through the hall, taunting Sean to come find her. But Sean pulls the ultimate Uno reverse card and says, nuh-uh. Sean is tired of playing games, so he uses the hallway cams to find Mildred. And he's shocked to see that Corner Man is sneaking up behind him. Using the spear, Sean stabs Corner Man, which just mildly annoys him more than anything. So he takes the spear back out of his body, turns it around, and we get this beautiful shot from Spear Cam as Corner Man just starts jamming Sean in the leg with it. It is pretty painful to watch, actually.
I like this scene because you see him like stab the thing, but then the camera moves, but you never see who grabs the camera. So I don't know what kind of camera trick they use there. But it seems like a ghost, like legit, just rips the thing out of him and like turns it around while being invisible. It's really cool.
Sean's like, I'm good. I don't even need that spear. And he pulls out the head of garlic and he throws it directly at the thing.
Like
and it does nothing because it's a ghost. It's not no vampire. That's a ghost.
What do you think is the dumbest thing in this movie?
Sean.
Yeah, that's true.
Genuinely dumbest thing in this movie? I mean, it's gotta be him jumping out the window.
That is true. Yeah, that is pretty dumb.
That's the most, like, damaging
Full force.
thing.
Yeah.
The garlic buys Sean enough time to make an escape to the bathroom, where the ghost tries its best to pull on Sean's heartstrings by disguising its voice as Chrissy and begging for sympathy. Thankfully, Sean has learned not to trust literally anything in this house, and he doesn't fall for it. But he did underestimate Mildred's powers because she turns off all the lights, leaving Sean in pitch black darkness as she whispers in his ear,
Sean, I want you to meet someone.
When the lights turn back on, Sean's eyes are glossed over and milky white. It looks like Mildred finally got what she wanted.
And in that scene when she whispers in his ear, if you watch this movie with headphones on, she goes Sean in this ear, and then the rest of it's in this ear.
That's
so it's
cool.
like she's moving around him. It's really cool. We got Mildred in on the pod.
Yeah. Today on the podcast, we're joined by Mildred, who hung herself in 1860. Tell us a little bit about what that was like, Mildred.
Tell us about your wicked awesome poetry.
Yeah. Wow, that poem really sucked.
Wow, it's really bad.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
all our
what
lights go
you
off
did
at the
was
same
probably a good idea. I'm glad you did that.
Selling your soul to the devil was actually really smart. Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh. I mean,
More
you
people
weren't
should do
going to
that.
succeed any other way. I don't know what this character is.
Yeah.
Seriously though, that entire scene was fantastic.
Yeah, it's super
really
cool.
good. Again, which is what the movie throws me for a loop, because it's like goofy to like, oh, this is actually like really good.
Yeah, pretty scary.
It's funny because it'll like throw you out and it's like, oh, this is goofy. Then it'll like suck you right back in.
Yeah.
But Sean wakes up in the disgusting bathtub full of the black liquid. Sean wakes up in the disgusting bathtub full of black liquid as he panics for a moment, but quickly calms down because the water feels, oh, so good. As he lounges back and relaxes for the first time this whole night until some bubbles in the tub catch his attention as he lets out a fart.
I did not write he lets out a fart. That was all Paul.
Oh crap, dude. It's right here.
I did not write that. I did not write that. You're slandering my name.
So he lounges back, he relaxes, some bubbles come up, and he reaches down into the abyss, which I think is also a very good moment, because earlier on when he first goes into the bathroom at the very beginning, he acts like he's going to touch it. He says, I would never do that.
Yeah.
But now he's in it and he is reaching way down into it. I completely forgot about this. And he pulls out an eyeball and looks at it for just a moment and then munches down on it like a gummy bear, while Mildred laughs at him from somewhere nearby. And he eerily says, the pond water is still, before plunging his head first into the murky water.
But this scene is why I think the bathtub is the analogy for the pond.
Yeah.
Because it does seem like an endless.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, an endless abyss of water.
Yeah.
And once he's in it, he's like, I get it. The pond water is still.
There's probably, like, I don't know how many people died in this bathtub specifically, but there was probably quite a few.
I think just one.
Is it just one? How many people
They
died?
only mentioned the one guy.
Is it like 10 people that died in here?
12 people died.
Okay.
5 of them were kids. Mildred, corner man, bathtub guy.
The old guy downstairs.
The thing out in the woods.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
The water must have awoken him from whatever trance he was in, because he begins to fight back against this possession, which is a lot like Army of Darkness when he's dealing with this, fighting himself. And he begins to shout at Mildred to stop, but she keeps shoving his head under the water. Luckily, he's able to stop her and save himself from drowning, but he didn't know Mildred brought help. The ghost of the man who drowned in the bathtub reaches out and tries to pull Sean under him. Sean is able to fight him off. What?
Under with
him. He doesn't pull him under him.
Get under me, boy.
Sean is able to fight him off by reversing the attack and using the shower curtain to choke the ghost and then stab him in his missing eye with the holy water needle, which has an interesting reaction on this particular ghost as it explodes. It stops moving. Like it completely stops and he's like, yeah. And then it explodes all over Sean's face, leaving a disgusting yellow pus all over him.
I didn't notice until like maybe my second or third time watching that the eye of the guy is missing. So Sean reached into the bathtub and took the dude's eye out of his face and then ate the dude's eye. And that's why his eye is missing.
Oh, that's really gross and really awesome.
I watched it and I was like, oh, he's missing an eye. Oh, he ate his eye. That's really nasty.
That's a lot worse than what I assumed, which was like he just found it like floating around down there.
No, he like pulled it out of the dude's face. Yeah. Now knowing that the holy water has this effect on the ghosts, do you change your plan at all? Or are you still going to go through with the ritual? Are you just going to try and stab all the ghosts with the holy water and hope they just explode? Or do you think that maybe this one ghost is different from the other ones?
Watching this, I fully thought that he was going to stab himself with the holy water.
With the used meth needle?
I'd rather have HIV than Mildred.
With him being possessed and like trying to fight off Mildred, I thought if he stabbed himself, that was going to cause Mildred to like leave and then he was going to be okay. And it would be like a protection for him. But your question, like, I mean, that's a really good point. I don't know. It's like he already has his mind made up and like all of this is already written down for exactly what is supposed to happen and exactly what he's supposed to do that will get him the most amount of views possible. So he can't really change the plan at this point. But I do think that it would be a good idea to fight the ghost this way to see what happens. Probably, you know, like if you did this to any of the other ghosts, like turn away or run real fast so you don't get covered in gross pus ghost anymore.
I guess that's ectoplasm. Yeah, because he doesn't even try this again. He stabs one, it works, and then he's like, cool, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing.
I feel like if you see it's this effective, then like it would be smart to at least try it on the others. Yeah. I don't know that you get a whole lot of tries, but you know what? Smart isn't always the defining feature of my answers to these questions, and there's no way that I would have, no way watching the movie did I think like, oh yeah, why wouldn't he just do this to the other ones too? I was just like, well, he used it.
He has like a pretty big bottle of it though. He only uses a little bit of it. And he just forgets, I guess he forgets he has it.
I think I'm going to be about as dumb as Sean and be like, well, I got all these other things. I may as well use them.
To be fair, there has only really been one moment that he is not running around terrified trying to do the next thing. He's always on to the next thing. And it seemed like the only moment he had time to prepare anything was when he's getting the spear taped up and is like going back into the house. So, I mean, like he did have time then to prepare the needle and all that. So it's probably not super high up on his list to attempt this again, especially not for how close he had to get and exactly how traumatizing that was just for him to be able to stab this one ghost.
Yeah.
And especially because like Mildred she was there, she was like watching all of this happen. She knows what happened. Like, probably not going to be that so simple again.
She does let him do some pretty stupid stuff to her. So.
True. Yeah.
I probably would try and use the holy water. Or at least like see what happens if you splash it on them. Because he like injected it into the dude. So yeah, who knows? I feel like he just gave up on the holy water way too quickly because he has a crucifix. I don't think he's tried to use the crucifix at all.
I think he put it on at one point and then that was kind of it. He just...
Crucifix doesn't work. The knife he has taped to the pole, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
The only thing that's worked so far is the holy water, and then he just doesn't use it anymore. Anyway, Sean uses Mildred's journal as bait to try and chop her hands off and incapacitate her. And for a moment, he thought that it worked. But Mildred is always one step ahead and gets the jump on him. Literally, she jumps on him and pushes him to the ground in another jump scare that genuinely scared me. I watched this movie late at like 11 p.m. one night in this room, and it was pitch black, and it was like just a monitor and me. So all the jump scares like made me jump a little bit.
Paul was there too.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Always.
I didn't see him.
Oh yeah.
Just hear a drill in the attic.
And an eyeball is poking in.
Yeah.
Okay. She continues to beat Sean by slamming his head into the floor and saying, "Smash that like button!"
I didn't catch that at all. That's super funny.
But luckily, Sean is able to reach the cleaver he dropped and stab her right in the head, seemingly killing her, but not trusting it at all because he's killed her like 10 times in a row now. Sean puts a GoPro on Mildred's head, but doesn't even make it back to the safe room before she starts waking it up again.
Did he still rename this one?
So he renames it. He names it Mildred Cam, then goes back, Mildred Cam.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite gag of the whole movie. Him naming all the cameras.
If you rewatch the movie, try and pay attention to the chat, because sometimes the chat will say like the dumbest things, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
But Mildred takes her time getting up and going into the safe room. She even stops to pick up the cassette player and play some creepy music because she may be a ghost, but she knows how to put on a show. We watch from her POV cam, as she walks into the safe room giggling to herself because she can see Sean's shoes poking out from behind the desk. She jumps at the desk to scare him, but he's not there. He tricked her by taking off his pants and his shoes to make it seem like he was hiding behind the desk. And before she knows it, Sean is jumping out of the closet pantsless and knocks her out with a chair.
That part is pretty great.
It is really funny.
The impact of it is really good. You get to see the Hamza that he's drawn on the floor.
Yeah.
And, the Hamza's a picture of a hand. His is just a giant middle finger.
Yeah, it is. Now I just have a genuine question. What the heck do you think these things are? They're called ghosts, but ghosts can't be stabbed and knocked out. So, are they deadites? You think he's trying to, squeeze it in with the Evil Dead franchise, or?
That does make a lot of sense. I do like the idea that it's deadites, because the entire time I was like, this is very Evil Dead, like that line of thinking. Didn't the guy that made Jason and Friday the 13th, he confirmed that Jason is a deadite?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I was pretty sure that was a thing, that they were like, oh, here was a theory that was later confirmed by the guy that made it. I was like, that makes sense. But this here would make a lot of sense that they are not just ghosts, but
deadites.
Yeah, something more.
Because deadites or the Evil Dead, it can possess anything. It possesses dolls, horses.
Going back to what I guess Crow said earlier, when he breaks the Hamza, it's at that point that they become more physical beings.
Yeah.
It could be that when he breaks that, they become more physical, and then when repeats the line that Mildred has him say, at that point it's they're here. He's up here in the real sort of world, they're down here in the spirit world. When he breaks the Hamza, they come up a little bit, and when he repeats the line, he comes down to where they're kind of on the same playing field.
I gotcha.
To where they're able to interact the way that they are now.
So you're saying that he's in purgatory right now?
Kind of, yeah. He went down to their level.
That is kind of interesting, because he does ask them to call the cops, everybody call the cops, and no cops show up.
That's what I was going to say earlier. They specifically say in the chat, this is the one thing I caught in chat, that the cops weren't interested.
Interesting.
They were just we called the cops. They were not taking the bait to come out there to be on one of your videos. And I was that makes sense. The cops have probably already dealt, knowing this is a famous haunted location, seeing some of his videos, all of the different controversies, they're probably...
They also think it's a gag.
With so many, there's probably, with how many people are watching, there's no telling how many people called, to the point that they're we're not even interested. We're not going out there. We don't care.
Well, cool. Yeah, I was just watching this movie and I was there's no way these are ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be ghosts that have weird rules. It's not like the people who died in the house would have just had their bodies left there.
No, obviously what happened is this is all one big setup, and that's why they're able to attack him, because these are just actors.
Yeah, they're people.
That could be a legit theory, but there's not 12 ghosts. There's only like 4 or 5. Foreshadowing my next video, maybe. Maybe it is actors.
It's really funny to think about the idea that YouTube does exist in this world, but this dude's just not on YouTube. He's on.
I was thinking about that. I was like, what if he's on like the Rumble of his universe?
Sean drags the unconscious Mildred into the middle of the Hamza symbol and tapes her down with one strip of duct tape on each leg and on each wrist, so she can't escape. It's impossible.
Yeah.
He then mockingly says the ritual at her while jumping around in his tidy whities. But when he finishes the chant, nothing happens. Obviously, he messed it up somehow. Mildred laughs at Sean and gets payback for hitting her with a chair by punching him in the face, getting on top of him, and then once again shoving her finger up his nose. This time, she goes even deeper.
Yeah.
And we can see her finger grow to be like 3 inches long as Sean's like trying to pull her arm away.
It's such cool. It's like stretching. I don't know how they did that.
I do
it's
love that
really
effect.
Cool.
It is very, very cool. He tries to fight back, and it doesn't go so well because as punishment for his resistance, she pins down his arms, sprays him in the face with the bug spray that he brought, and then she picks up a nearby bucket. And there's only one bucket in this room, and it's the pee bucket. And she dumps the whole thing on Sean's face. But really, she doesn't even dump the whole thing. She kind of waterboards him with it. She like lets it trickle out over him, and you see him like spitting it out.
It's so gross. He screams with his mouth wide open. She just pours it in his mouth.
And man, let me just say, this guy didn't bring like any water, and his pee is so yellow. It is like almost brown. And I'm pretty sure this is probably the thing that they were talking about, where it's the grosser part. Honestly, it's probably not as gross as the eyeball, but you know, whatever.
I think it is.
You think this is grosser than the eyeball? Than him eating Mr. Dead and Rotting's eyeball?
Oh, you muted yourself.
I've been muted this whole time trying to talk to you.
Bro's over here eating tacos.
Yeah. He's been drinking all of the thunder drinks.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
And he does make a joke. He's like, I'm not 18 anymore. I shouldn't drink these as much.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. And when what's her
I'm
face
surprised
shows
we don't
up,
see any kidney stones in it when she's pouring it into his mouth.
That would have been even more disgusting.
It's called Awaken Thunder.
Awaken Thunder.
But even when Chrissy shows up, he offers her one, and she's like,
No.
thanks.
His
Mildred
biggest
may
fan.
be dead, but she knows how to take care of herself.
After she, gives him this one last opportunity to fight her while she's pouring pee all over his face, Sean manages to wriggle one hand loose, and he rips the tape off of Mildred's face, which also rips off like half of her face.
Yeah, good chunk of her face.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Now she looks more like a zombie than a demon or a ghost. Sean manages to push Mildred off of him and weigh her down with a cinder block for a moment. Sean has fully given up on doing the ritual with the Hamza now, and he wants to just make it out of the house alive, which is going to be hard when Mildred is already back up and on his trail. They take their slow speed chase down the stairs, where Sean slowly starts to realize that Mildred's won. There's nothing he can do, so he just pulls out his iPad to tell his chat goodbye and prepare to die.
And in this scene right here is another funny moment. It's scary and then funny again because they both tumble down the stairs. And like after you see Sean do it, like 2 seconds later, you hear Mildred come down behind him.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But he's saying goodbye to his chat until he finds the disgusting rotted finger on the floor and he remembers the sacrifice of the flesh. He forgot to sacrifice part of his flesh. So he stands up over Mildred and says the ritual again, taking the opportunity to flip her off this time, then rips the cleaver out of her head and chops off his index finger, which makes Mildred cry out as she's dragged across the floor and down to hell, which is just a deep sea of blood in this movie, which is awesome. I love that little detail.
The place that she gets dragged into is specifically where he dropped the key to leave the house. I didn't even
think about that.
Yeah, it's that he took the grate off, and so that is literally like where that pool of blood is. That's like awesome. Glowing up out of that hole in the floor.
That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. So he did it. He defeated Mildred, and now he can leave and go to the hospital before he loses too much blood. But first, he has to play some triumphant music and celebrate defeating Death Manor. And now he has over 6 million people watching him. But his celebration is cut a little short because when he defeated Mildred, he accidentally tied the souls of the house to himself. And they're not going to let him leave. And that's where the movie ends. Wow! Ambiguous ending!
I love the shots of when he's like looking around. You see all of them like coming towards him.
And that is why I said that setting up in the living room is a terrible idea.
That's why I set up upstairs.
The dude in the bathtub comes back. He's like back alive. So did the holy water really work or not? Or was that all just a plan?
Was it all one big setup the entire time?
Also, somehow the little tree dude with no legs is in the living room now. Don't know how that happened.
Why do you think he has no legs?
You don't see his legs.
You don't see my legs either.
Well, you don't have legs, obviously.
I still got them.
Do you think you could have defeated Death Manor? And how would you do it?
Yes, I could by not going.
That's fair.
You can't defeat it if you don't fight it. What are you talking about?
Like I said that and then just stared off into space. Like, that's my answer. I would defeat it by not being in the situation.
Do I think I could have defeated Death Manor?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. He is the reason all the bad stuff happened by by breaking the little wooden plywood thing of it. If you would have just left that alone, it's just a normal little ghost investigation.
Yeah,
it's true. Well, obviously, he had to write it this way to get 6 million viewers. Okay. So, of course, if I'm here, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to win in the end.
I see. But if I didn't break it, definitely I could defeat Death Manor. I feel like I could stay there for 12 hours at least. I just wouldn't break the plywood, and that's how I would do it. What do you guys think happened to Sean afterwards? Okay, well, I know what Polt thinks.
I want to hear Polt's answer, actually. If he thinks it's a house,
well, let me tie this in.
What does he think happened afterwards?
Yeah. I wrote, what do you think Sean happened? And I wrote, was it a hoax or was it all real? Go ahead.
Okay. You have the floor. So I'll give both. I'll give both sides. Okay. On the one side, if it is a hoax, he went out on top. He came back. He came back after a 6-month hiatus. Did all of this cool stuff, made a way better apology video in this than the one that he made back then. So now people are on his side. He goes out on top, 6 million views. Incredible. He probably pops back up, with an explanation of what happened after like a month or 2 from now. And it's got even more sponsors and even more merch that he can shill. Other than that, if it was real, then he's just now the new Mildred of the house.
Yeah.
Like he's now the one that's going to be running all of this, which is going to be very interesting because with this audience, there's eventually going to be people that go there to the house
looking for him.
And they're going to find his stuff there. Like somebody is eventually going to show up there. They're going to find him there. I guess he could still be streaming if he wanted to, which would be very confusing.
Well, the stream ends at the end of the movie. Like it's a jump scare and then it cuts to offline.
But I mean, like he still has his stuff and he...
Oh, I see.
Like he would still be able to stream like if somebody else showed up and the cameras are still probably there. Yeah. So there would be like other stuff that he could continue to do, but he would, my understanding, he would be like bound to the house or the property and is just now the new Mildred.
You see, to be the new Mildred, you have to be dead. So, you think they killed him in that final scene?
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, because he came down to where they're all on the same level now. So they're a little more.
Wait, holy crap! This is so important. I cannot believe you didn't include this.
What did I not include?
He chops off his fingers.
Yeah.
Bandages them up with duct tape.
Yeah.
And then one of the last shots, the last shot before the ghosts like start coming back in after him in the living room.
Yeah.
He like holds his hand up in front of his face, and his fingers have grown back, but they're like Mildred's fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Huh?
Holy.
It's sick. It's definitely a blink and you miss it moment.
Do you think he looks like Mildred now? Like Mildred just transferred? No, because she was dragged to hell.
Yeah, so Mildred's gone, but like the way that she could change between being like Chrissy and being like the cracked face version, like scary looking, he would then be able to transfer
the crackhead version.
Yeah. Go back and forth between it to scare any of the other crackheads coming in here to do the drugs.
Mildred says, "Are you doing drugs? That's not good for you.
We're going to get demonetized.
You need to really stop.
I can't put this on my live stream."
This isn't very good inspiration for my poems.
What do you think happened to Sean afterwards? Crow, Mudgeon, same thing?
My theory is that he basically doesn't die. He gets just like transformed straight into whatever the heck they are.
Yeah, a deadite.
You know, there's already been like all this weird reality bending stuff. You know, I don't think he has to actually get, you know, like hung to be the new ghost matriarch of this house.
That'd be really funny if they like, hung him in the same spot they hung her.
Yeah.
That would have been a kind of cool ending, honestly.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay.
I was gonna say this. With the whole scene at the very end when it comes up. Yeah. When it comes up to
you know what, Polt? Hang on. Never try to cut Polt off ever again.
I'm sorry.
That is incredibly rude. First of all,
you invite us on this episode.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to apologize.
You get to apologize at the end of the next episode. Or at the beginning of the next episode.
The beginning of the next episode.
What I was going to say is at the end, I didn't really take it as them coming after him in an angry way.
They did say mama.
Yeah, like as them coming up, yeah. I took it more as them being like, "You're the new host," because in a real way for them, he is much better than what Mildred was, because Mildred was the reason they died and the reason that they're trapped there. So now they have a replacement that is him that will likely be much better than her. So I didn't really see it as, we're going to eat you or anything like that. It was more so of like them being like, "Oh, welcome to the family. This is way better. It's not as bad as you think."
So in a way, he really did save them.
I just had an idea. I wonder if that's the Bond Mother thing. He's like, maybe it said Bond Mother.
It could be.
And maybe it's a plot point that he forgot to wrap up.
Oh.
But he did wrap it up in the end.
But he did wrap it up because at the end they're
But
bonded.
he also had it confirm the thing that it was saying pond water.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's a double entendre.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, you're making a lot of sense. Yeah.
Because we all know Sean Ruddy is the greatest writer in the history of streaming.
I have a feeling you're going to make a 3-hour long video about this movie.
I said everything I needed to say in this one.
He's already making it right now.
Yep.
And that's how we would survive Deadstream. Check out our other videos. We have about 10 hours of content for you guys already on some amazing movies and a few scary stories. Also, let us know what movies or stories you'd like to see us check out in the comments below. But until next time, let's split up.
Tacos. These tacos are delicious.